31 and grabbed 15 rebounds with 3 blocks. De'Aaron Fox added his own 30 and 6 assists. Spurs are now 23 and 28. Return to action tomorrow in Boston. The Cowboys continue to round out their coaching staff. Schottenheimer has hired Steve Shimko. He'll become the quarterback's coach, replacing Scott Tolzien. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. How we doing? Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I am AJ Hoffman, your affable and friendly host.
Affable.
Yes, very
good word.
And joining me, as always, interrupting my monologue to start the program before his introduction, Mr. Rob Thompson. Good morning, Rob. That now is your cue. There's your cue. There's your cue.
Sorry. Thank you. Just glad to be here. I'll be here all week. Make sure you tip your help.
Vic, I want you to imagine, I want you to think back to your youth and imagine Johnny Carson introing The Tonight Show and Ed McMahon just chiming in.
Ed McMahon. I don't have Star Search.
Right in the middle of it, just going,
reflecting.
yes!
I was reflecting on the word.
Right when I'm about to say, hey, here's Ed.
Affable. I was stunned by the word. It was like it was a spike there, and I had to react. Affable.
Or a guitar player's playing the intro to a song,
and I just go. Da-da-da.
It's like Inner Sandman. And here comes Rob, just like, exit! And it's like, no, not yet.
Affable.
Not yet.
Well, don't throw out words like affable. I was stunned. I didn't expect that.
I know. Them big words.
You ruined my professional announcement.
Yeah, that was professional.
My professional announcement is ruined. It's ruined.
Ruined.
I like when people say ruined instead of ruined.
Those are the people that say turget.
I said ruined.
I was at the turget because my dishes were ruined.
It's ruined. I like that. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, to all of you out there in the radio world. Good morning, Victor. Good to have you in today.
Yeah, I made it.
Vic on his second cup of coffee, Rob on his first, and he's warned me already that
he's sweating.
I'm not sweating, but there might be movement south of the equator.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
I gotta figure out a good breakfast.
I mean,
I gotta come up with something that
you eat a lot of fiber.
I'm eating a lot of trash, is what I'm eating.
Well, normally you eat Pop-Tarts.
Well, and I got tired of that.
And then you started bringing in oatmeal.
And I just can't. Well, no, I bought the wrong oatmeal is the problem. I bought some kind of high-protein crap.
So
I don't need that.
Get rid of that and just get your regular old oatmeal.
Oatmeal's really expensive, AJ.
We'll see if you can trade someone.
I gotta
find a market to trade oatmeal.
You're right.
With.
No, it's on me.
You looking for that high protein?
Looking for the good stuff. I got the chocolate high protein. It's only kind of like chalk. Not really, but kind of.
So you want less nutritional value in your oatmeal and more.
No, I don't mind that. It's this high protein. It's like it's mixed with. If you took the marshmallows from the Lucky Charms and you ground them up
into dust,
and you added them to oatmeal. That's what that is.
You can buy a whole bag of marshmallows by itself.
Well, they always acted like those were marshmallows. Those weren't marshmallows. I don't know what those were. They might have been marshmallows that had been turned into like marshmallow diamonds by crushing them. But those weren't marshmallows.
It's called cancer.
You know what I'm talking about? The Lucky Charms.
Yeah, those. I don't believe those are ever marshmallows, even in cereal. I don't know what they are.
It said marshmallows, but those weren't that. But if you took those and you ground them up and you put them into oatmeal, that's what that is, and I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No.
Okay.
No,
well, why did you buy that kind of?
I thought it would be delicious and healthy.
So you were trying to get some nutrition, and it wasn't.
Well, I'm not anti-nutrition, but I'm pro-flavor.
Well, today you're eating brownies that it appears you stored in your pocket, perhaps.
That's basically what happened. I was walking out the door thinking, man, I'm going to have to eat something. And there was some brownie bites in a bag, and I didn't want to take the whole bag because I'd have eaten it.
So did you put them in your pocket?
No, I put them in my purse.
Okay. in your man purse.
My European man purse.
Oh, your Merce.
My Merce.
That's
Right.
I don't even know if you have to qualify that. That's just kind of a purse. Like I don't even know that's a man purse.
Kinda. It's got my initial on it.
But it's got flowers on it.
Got yeah, those are black roses. Yes, they do have flowers.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody's going to steal this bad boy.
I don't think so.
I've laid this in a lot of different places, and it's
And they're like,
safe.
they look at it and go,
No, I think I can do
don't
without
wanna
that.
steal from
You know,
an
when
old
people
lady.
say something, they see this and go, somebody needs to throw that away.
Yeah.
They're not afraid of this thing.
You ever leave it at the airport?
I leave it all the time, and people are like,
It's there when you get
that
back.
thing's safe. That's obviously trash.
It's
no
it.
one.
Rob will go to Vegas. He'll leave it in San Antonio, and when he gets back to San Antonio, it's still sitting there.
Because people think, somebody should throw that away. Some old lady will be back to pick that purse up.
Some homeless guy, he's going to want
We
that.
shouldn't throw that away. There's certainly not a bomb in that silly thing.
No. Brownie's not a sufficient breakfast, I take.
Not today. Well, we'll see how things go. We might have a third host.
I would love to get some coffee on my way to work. Not every day, but every once in a while. But it's so difficult because there's not very many Starbucks that are open before 5 a.m.
Are there any?
I found the one that's over on Wurzbach Parkway, like close to 35.
Get Whataburger coffee.
It's well out of the way.
So there is a Starbucks open at 5.
Yeah, well, open at 4. 4.
Wow, good for them. I thought it'd been closer, like the medical center. I wouldn't have been surprised if there was something over there. But
the downside about Whataburger coffee is,
it's old.
well, no, I enjoy their iced coffee, but I don't want to drink iced coffee on a rainy day. Like I want to have a.
I got you. Yeah,
I want to have a good, but I also don't like their drip coffee, which is what you get otherwise.
What do you mean?
Like the just their regular coffee pot coffee.
You don't like it?
No.
Really?
No.
It's better than ours.
Oh well, God, yes,
but
yeah.
See,
if you filtered our coffee through a pigeon, it would taste better
I'm
than it tastes now.
I'm a 59-year-old man, and all I know is horrible coffee. I know what horrible is, but I'm not good enough to differentiate anything better than good. You know what I mean?
I blame my wife for this. My wife comes from the Pacific Northwest, where coffee is a religion, and
Oh man.
like we go up there and. Like the people who live up there, they look down on Starbucks. It's you're drinking that swill.
Yeah. Okay.
They like, and so I'm a little coffee spoiled, but I've now gotten to where I just would rather not drink coffee than to drink gross coffee.
Well, I was with my son who was a barista at Dutch Bros.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
I like their coffee.
We were ordering, I don't forget which place it was, and he was giving me all the things, and I thought, my God, there's way too many variables here.
Well, I mean, you can make it taste good.
Yeah.
If you don't like coffee, they make coffee that if you don't like coffee, you can still like what you're drinking.
See, the thing is, for me, there's basically nothing you can hand me from Starbucks that I'm going to go, ooh, because I only drink motor oil. But for me to find out what I truly like, it'd probably only cost me about $1,000 before I narrow in on exactly what is my sweet spot. Because there's so many options. He's like, well, if you really need some caffeine, you want to go blonde, you want to go lighter. And I was like, I thought that was the other way around. But no, and then he's talking about all the different sweeteners. And I was like, this is just way too much for a morning order.
Yeah.
I guess you figure it out because you wait in line so long. Like today, I'm going to try double half calf, whatever that crap that everybody's screaming. I'm going to try that today.
Honestly, better than talking to the people at Starbucks is putting your order in on the app and then just picking it up.
I guess I'd have to do that because I always freeze up.
I feel like a pain in the ass if I'm ordering something. Like if I want coconut milk or heavy cream, like whatever.
I don't even know. I wouldn't even know to order coconut milk. Like that, that wouldn't even cross my mind as an option. Do you have oxen milk?
Yeah.
Like, would I even ask for that?
I don't think you would ask for oxen milk.
I'm just like, coconut milk?
Yeah.
That's an option, really. So,
yeah.
Or almond milk.
Almond milk is an option.
See, I've had this discussion.
Soy milk.
There we go, soy.
You can't milk an almond. It's almond juice.
Well, juice only comes from from fruits.
Yeah.
And vegetables.
Or seeds. Mm-hmm. Oil. Okay, how about almond oil?
Well, there is an almond oil, but it's different than...
It's not milk.
I mean, okay, that's
Well,
fine.
they call it that because it looks like milk.
Well, they make it look like milk. You think it looks like that when they crush it?
Dude, do you think the stuff that they handed you in a little carton to drink when you were a kid was milk? The stuff that sat out at room temperature all day, yet somehow was supposedly safe for children to drink?
Yeah.
You think that was milk?
No, we had good government milk. That went with our cheese. We had good we had good government milk.
That was
But
back
ours
when
co-
milk didn't need
Ours
refrigeration.
came in glass jars. Y'all didn't get the glass jars
No.
delivered
How
to your
old are
house
you?
every.
How old are
Here you go, Mr. Thompson. Here's your delivery for the
I
week.
remember when my younger brother in the Iron Lung, we would. I would every morning the milkman would deliver our milk, and I would get a straw.
Your
that I
bill,
would
your
whittle.
bill is due, Mr. Thompson.
I'd whittle a straw
Your
and
milk
make
bill.
one for my brother in the Iron Lung.
Oh, yes. What a good brother you
It
were.
was a good one. And then I'd light the oil lights. And we'd go
The
till the
lamps.
fields.
Light the lamps, but not too bright.
Light the lamps. That was-
Yeah,
that
don't
wasn't that long ago.
don't use the oil you use when the company comes.
No. Save the good whale oil for company.
Yeah, Starbucks can be a little overwhelming, but if you find your sweet spot,
I was just pointing to the picture. They go, what do you want? That one.
yeah, it's probably good.
That one and what's big? Venti?
Venti is big. Yeah, it's
okay.
20 ounces.
I just get a small black coffee with Splenda. That's it.
And that'll be for name Ted Nugent.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And that'll be $14.
Most of the baristas have no idea who Ted Nugent is.
No, they don't. Or they do, and they are going to spit in your coffee.
Yeah. He kills animals.
That's right.
Well,
You
They're going to
kill
find
animals.
out.
you
They're gonna find
you
out.
just kind of ruined my day.
Yeah, I got news for you, Rob. Some of them do know.
This isn't almond milk.
Oh,
Oh.
that's Allen's milk.
Yeah, there we go. Have a good day.
That's a special blend, Rob. Hey, good. Congratulations.
With built-in sweetener.
Now that's you thought I was complaining about the protein in that oatmeal. Now that's high protein.
I think I'm gonna.
It tastes like marshmallow chalk.
What is this? That's why us low-falutin people just stick the things in cans.
Oh boy.
I can trust these things.
All right. We'll be back. We'll talk some sports today, I promise. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. This road work on 35 southbound in the Selma area from Olympia Parkway on down to 1604. Various lanes are blocked along the way. This is a 35-minute commute. On I-10 eastbound from 410 to 1604, 5-6 minutes. 281 is in good shape. Southbound 1604 on down to Wurzbach Parkway, about 5 minutes or so. And on 1604 eastbound Bandera Road to I-10, 5-7-minute ride. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Take the guesswork out of buying and selling your home with Orchard. Hi, Jason Minix here from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Will your home sell in time? Which upgrades are worth it? Can you keep your home show ready with a busy life? Orchard has all the answers. With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, you can buy your new home before selling your old one. It's simple. Orchard gives you an equity advance, unlocking cash to buy your new home first. That's right, you don't have to wait for your old place to sell. You can move in right away. And no more rushing out for showings or constant cleaning because Orchard sells your old home after you've settled into your new home. Orchard even handles repairs and improvements at no out-of-pocket cost to you. Their local pros know which upgrades bring you the most money, so you sell for top dollar. Buy before you sell and skip the selling hassles with Orchard. Start your free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
Guys, if you ever spend time on social media, you'll often find yourself just being hit with bad news and worse comments, and you'll see how everybody's life is so picture perfect, and they've got this great job promotion, and you're wondering, man, where am I? It's hard not to get wrapped up in how everyone else is doing. Imagine how you'd feel if you just spent 45 minutes focused on how you're doing. That's what they're about at Cerebral. They make it easier than ever to access dedicated therapists and doctor-prescribed medication personalized to you. And the best part, Cerebral offers in-network care so you can focus on feeling better without worrying about the cost. If you're dealing with stress, anxiety, you want to be more present and focused, you want to sleep better, you want to have better relationships, you've got to work on yourself. Cerebral is proud to be an official sponsor of the San Antonio Spurs. Just like athletes prioritize their physical health, mental health is just as important, and Cerebral's here to help you build a strong foundation for your overall being. So take the first step today. Visit Cerebral.com to see how affordable and accessible mental health care can be with insurance. Cerebral, make time for mind time.
Wow! Most cars and pickup trucks can have a ceramic film installed by the experts at Mother's Window Tint starting at just $199. That's an incredible price. If you shop around, you'll find that competitors charge hundreds of dollars more. Plus, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Mother's Window Tint offers up to 60 different film options to fit all price ranges. Since 1984, Mother's Window Tint has been known as the home of the tint and alarm special. If you're looking to enhance your vehicle security to the highest level, visit Mother's Window Tint today, where security systems start at just $3.99. Call us at 210-496-3454. That's 210-496-3454. Or visit us online at motherswindowtint.com. And remember, do it at Mothers and save!
Hear that? The sound of adorable little birds in your garden. And if you were here, you'd taste the 2 sweet but tiny tomatoes you grew all by yourself. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens when you're riding your motorcycle, protected by Progressive, on your way to the store for a pack of normal-sized tomatoes. So if you ride, switch to Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer, without getting your hands dirty. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song.
Breeze, give me my biggest tax refund, please. You, me, and a lifetime accuracy guarantee.
And now get $100 just to try Jackson Hewitt. Does your tax person do that?
Say goodbye to that no guarantee tax guy.
Ready to sail through tax season? Go to Jackson Hewitt and you'll be... Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Right now, during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or mattressfirm.com for details.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, how true are these reports that Micah Parsons might be on the trade block?
We'll talk about that and why Darren Woodson did not get into the Hall of Fame with Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk.
Plus, we'll talk to Indy Kalu about that Eagles win. He is an Eagles legend, by the way.
And the reaction from Spurs Wizards last night.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. The big rumor yesterday, which I think we can say it was broken on this show months ago that the Cowboys would consider trading Micah Parsons.
Well, I don't think we broke it, but I think we've certainly had this conversation before.
I think we broke it, Rob. Let's just let's own that.
Well,
that way,
I think it's idiotic, but that we've come to this.
I don't.
Well, I think it's idiotic that that there's a concern. They should have planned. This should be a no-brainer. The money should be in the bank. Micah Parsons should be a Cowboy for life. Guys like this don't come around very often. And if you do get them, you pay for them like you're going to pay for Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? No, there's a return for it. I get it.
If you can get the stuff that it takes to rebuild a team, because you already have two massive contracts.
I know, and you're going to have to get rid of Micah. I'm not saying this isn't imminent. If you're going to fix this, there's going to be pain, and it's going to involve trading one of the 5 best defenders in football. You look at the bank. Let's be real. Your quarterback is going to cost you $89 million against the cap next year.
There is. I'm telling you, and we told you this at the time. The hurt that this Dak contract is going to cause is immeasurable, and it like the first pound of flesh might be Micah Parsons.
Well, it's not the equivalent of trading Luka, but it's kind of like right
except
now
without getting Anthony Davis back.
So they'll get something back. There will be a return for it. If they do this right, it could border on not the level of Herschel Walker, but it should, if done right, provide the basis of what hopefully will become the next Cowboys Super Bowl. If you're going to trade Micah Parsons, tell me you get something in return. So my expectation is it's going to happen for a couple of reasons, and one of which will be the return, and others will be we just can't afford him. But to get here, how we got here, is the true shame of this. I mean, you brought it up. The true pain wasn't the signing at 11 o'clock on the first day of football. The true pain will be felt this year and next when the bills are due. So I hate talking about it because we should have never gotten here. So I guess if you operate under that, like we're doing this because we have to, you can go kind of freewheel and know full well I got the franchise in my back pocket. I can keep you around and fix the salary cap for a couple of years. But in the end, as long as I do that, that cuts off the nose for the next tackle or guard that I got to sign.
I mean, you already have so many holes.
So I gotta. And it's going to be miserable. And I equated it to the Maverick fan. Luka was losing a loved one in a plane crash. You didn't know it was coming, and here it is, and oh my God, I got to deal with it. This is like losing a loved one to cancer, to some kind of dread disease that you know the next 8 months are going to be terrible, that we're going to have to deal with a bunch of crap, but at least he'll be here for a while. He'll still be in our lives. Not going to be here for long. I hate it, man. I hate it.
Now, Jerry Jones, obviously Jerry Jones likes to have some attention, and Jerry, I don't know that this is something Jerry would have thrown out there for people to discuss a couple days after the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Well, we're talking the realm of 3 number ones. I mean, we're talking a lot. So I want him now to become Jerry the salesman. Now's the time, dude. Now's the time.
The thing is, if they trade Micah Parsons, which, again, I'm not saying they shouldn't, DeMarcus Lawrence, Chauncey Goldston, Carl Lawson, all those guys are gone too. They're all free agents. Like,
what, you expect better? You expect success next year? Are you really thinking that this is a roster that's put together, honed for a run?
I mean, this roster 1 year ago won what, 13 games?
But you just said what is imminent to lose as well.
Yeah.
No, this was a roster that 1 year ago, but in the NFL, every 2 years you have total transition. 2 years, 80% of your roster is new.
And even if you get 3 firsts, and let's say you do get 3 firsts, which would be a hell of a haul. I mean, let's say you hit on 2 of those. Now you've filled 2 holes, but you've created another one by getting rid of Micah.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
This is a nightmare scenario that was imminently avoidable. And it should have started not with Micah's contract. You should have signed Dak Prescott 4 years ago. We should now be dealing. Now, this is the year we should be dealing with his next contract, is whether he's worth it. But no, you kicked it down the road. You did this. You reorganized. You did all this. And then you went and signed Diggs. And then you did all these things without any planning, without any thought that, you know what? We've got the next Myles Garrett, and he's going to cost us a crap load. And all you could think in the back of your mind, Jimmy and Jerry and everybody up there was, well, we'll franchise it. But you just signed your quarterback to a $90 million salary cap hit. So that franchise, yeah, it looked good then. Now you can't do it. You can't afford it because, okay, that's 2 dudes and 50% of your cap.
The one way that the Cowboys could avoid all this drama and avoid paying late fees, so to speak, is to, if you do want to keep him, just extend him now.
Yes, but
today. And I know that the Cowboys don't like to extend guys early, but you just drug Dax and CDs out, and what did you gain from it? I think that this would be the easiest way to.
Well, even if you did sign him, even if you did, that would mean to the detriment. You got a limping quarterback and no offensive line that you can't help.
Right.
You better draft a running back because you're not going to be able to afford anything of merit because now running back market is back up. Now everybody looking for one because everybody needed one. Didn't need one before. Now they need one. They need a Saquon. So now going to get a running back ain't going to be easy because they're going to be in tough demand. Your defense will have a hole in a variety of places that you can't fill. You've got to move Micah now. I mean, there's no – it might be able to wait a year, but there's no keeping him.
I don't know. Well, and that's the other thing. We hear Jerry Jones talking about I'm not talking about rebuilding. They're based on I'm making these decisions based on competing right now.
We were all in last year, brother. You buy anything he says?
Yeah. No, you're right, man. I still think that trading Micah is a.
We've done it before, and Jerry is. DeMarcus Ware went and got him a Super Bowl. Got him a Hall of Fame career that began in Dallas, and he was kind enough to be a Cowboy. But the fact is, we let him go because there was no future.
Man.
And Jerry is a man of pattern. If he's done it before, he's going to do it again.
Yeah, I guess my thought would be that, I mean, you probably feel like but DeMarcus stayed for more than one contract. Like he wasn't.
No, he was around for a minute. His career was on the downslope. Micah is about to plateau. We're still rising.
I mean, we're talking about one of the top guys right now today.
But what I'm getting at is he has done this before.
This would be like trading DeMarcus Ware the year after he got 20 sacks.
Yes.
And like year 3 or 4, whatever it was, and saying, okay, now's our time.
But what I'm saying is he has traded our best defender at the peak of his career before.
Well, this is it's back to being a real possibility. I'm of the belief that depending on the haul, this can be a good thing. And I say good all relative because it's obviously bad to lose a guy like Micah Parsons, but you've made that bed when you signed Dak to what you did, and you're stuck with that now. So,
absolutely.
You have to deal with all the consequences of it, and that could include losing Micah Parsons. So if you're going to lose him, at least get some picks back.
It's happened before. Khalil Mack bounced around.
Yeah.
Big deals have happened. And now it hasn't always worked, but.
All right. Let's hit a break. We'll come back. We got plenty more show. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. This road work on 35 southbound in the Selma area from Olympia Parkway on down to 1604. Various lanes are blocked along the way. This is a 35-minute commute. On I-10 eastbound from 410 to 1604, 5-6 minutes. 281 is in good shape. Southbound 1604 on down to Wurzbach Parkway, about 5 minutes or so. And on 1604 eastbound Bandera Road to I-10, 5-7-minute ride. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Guys, if you're not feeling like yourself anymore, testosterone therapy may be the answer. Look for the VIP treatment like you'll get with the TRT experts at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. Synergenics has over a decade of TRT experience. Book your appointment at synergenicshealth.com.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
Made in America, highest quality. That's Kinetico Quality Water Softeners. There's a reason Dave Ramsey says a Kinetico is a wise investment for your home.
Trust me, Kinetico water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison. Kinetico uses less water and runs on kinetic energy.
So there's no computer to break, fewer moving parts, and it works only when you need it.
It was even voted most efficient water softener in the world by the Water Quality Association.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Kinetico of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at KineticoSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
KineticoSA.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
You know the Rue Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Rue Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Rue Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
Progressive knows we all crave validation.
Girl, you are not 37.
I would have guessed 27.
You guys are too sweet.
Sure, dewy skin. Terrific.
Is something wrong, Ned?
Why would you ask? Just because today marks my 10th anniversary without a car accident or even a speeding ticket? But somehow, tonight's all about your skincare. Wow.
With Snapshot from Progressive, you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. And that's all the validation you need. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
Has a loved one died and left you an old car to sell? GiveMeTheVin.com has just launched the new service GMTVCC.com. Write this down, GMTVCC.com, which is Give Me the VIN classic and collector car buying service. GMTVCC.com will hook you up with GMTVCC Pro buyers that will appraise and offer on that 69 Chevelle, old Corvette, old truck, and especially Restomods. We love Restomods at GMTVCC.com. Don't mess with consignments or auctions. Get paid today on your classic or collector car at GMTVCC.com.
Do you ever scroll through social media only to find yourself bombarded by bad news, hot takes, picture-perfect families, and yet another humbling professional update? It's hard not to get wrapped up in how everyone else is doing, but imagine how you would feel if you spent 45 minutes focused on how you are doing. At Cerebral, they make it easier than ever
to access dedicated therapists and doctor-prescribed medication personalized to you. The best part, Cerebral offers in-network care so you can focus on feeling better without worrying about the cost. In fact, 72% of people say they felt better in just 12 weeks. Cerebral makes mental health care easy, accessible, and more affordable. Cerebral is proud to be an official sponsor of the San Antonio Spurs, and just like athletes prioritize their physical health, mental health is just as important, and Cerebral is here to help you build a strong foundation on your overall well-being. Take that first step today. Go to Cerebral.com to see how affordable and accessible mental health care can be with insurance. Cerebral, make time for Mind Time.
Hey, this is Greeny. Join me today at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What is this?
What?
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
This is bad.
It's Belinda Carlisle, baby.
Yeah, this is bad music.
It's new wave.
This makes Vic feel young.
It doesn't matter what they say. Hey, hey, hey.
My lips are sealed.
Our lips are sealed, Rob.
Not if you were playing this song in the back seat.
Badoom. Morning Huddle 94.1. God, Rob, I mean, what a pig. I would have never said anything like that, but I'm sorry to anybody who's got wives or children in the car. That's atrocious.
Well, there's a reason why we listen to that kind of music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never listened to that kind of music, which I guess explains a lot of things about
What?
my. Yeah.
You were 4.
What?
No, I wouldn't listen to that.
That music is the precursor to exactly what you love.
That's not true.
Oh!
You were 4 years old.
Friday. What the hell is that?
And Wilson Phillips and all the
Shake it off.
Yeah.
And you call that?
I mean, that's terrible compared to Taylor. Are you kidding me?
It's what begat Taylor.
Taylor's an actual songwriter, Rob. How
Our
dare
Lips Are Sealed is poetry.
I got a question for you. Did Jalen Hurts change your opinion on him?
No, and I'm tired of this revisionist stuff. He is exactly who he was before the game. And he did exactly the same things that we expected when he plays a great game to do. Did he do anything new over the weekend where you go, oh, I have judged him poorly?
He is now the only player other than Tom Brady with at least 3 total scores and a 70% pass completion rate in multiple Super Bowls. And there's an article on CBS Sports that says Jalen Hurts belongs in the elite quarterback conversation.
The reason he belongs there is because he has the ability to be at his best when his best is actually required. And that is a skill unto itself. But to tell me that the skill set today is any better than it was on Sunday or 3 weeks ago when he was taking this team to the Super Bowl, when he was running the best, most talented team in football, it is wrong. He is perfectly average. And when I say that, again, that is the highest compliment I can give you because he is limited. But everything he can do, he does it perfectly well.
In his first 4 years, Philly is 43-13 in his starts, including the playoffs. In 4 years, he's been to the Super Bowl twice. He's played well enough to win twice.
Yep.
And it says here, it's like, sorry to Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, and insert your other favorite quarterback prototype. They are immense talents. In fact, they might even be superior talents to Hurts.
Not might, they are.
But neither of them has reached, let alone won, a Super Bowl.
That's true that.
So why are we treating Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen like they're on a different level than Jalen Hurts is?
Because individually, they are. In a team, they're not, but individually, they are. And anybody who would line up and have fantasy football draft, and you can pick any quarterback, and you can say today, oh, Jalen Hurts is elite. Okay, you go draft. Okay, Jalen Hurts needs to be in consideration with the elite quarterbacks. You line them up and tell me where you take him. Did he jump anybody this weekend? No, he's exactly where he was. He's in the best position. He's on the most talented team, and he plays great in great games. Congratulations. That's worthy of all this conversation. But when it's an 8-8 team, when it's a team hanging on trying to get to the playoffs, is he going to lift you?
But this is the same. I mean, the difference between this and fantasy is in fantasy, wins don't matter.
What I'm saying
winning
is
games doesn't matter.
Go pick your quarterback. And did he go up a notch over the weekend, or is it the same 8 dudes? He's exactly what we thought Jalen Hurts would be when he's at his best. But even at his best, would you go, yeah, he's better than X. He's better than Brady. He's better than Herbert. I'd take him over that. Would you take him over Herbert today?
I wouldn't.
I don't think most would.
But I think there's a good argument to be had for it.
Yes, there is. If you surround him with A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley and the Hall of Dallas Goedert and you give him the best offensive line in football, I'll be damned. A lot of dudes going to be great. But all of this, we have to consider him in the elites. We've just grown the elite group. He hasn't leaped anybody. There's nobody he's better than today than he was on Saturday. He's the same dude who played great, and he hasn't grown the list. He may have just grown the bucket. We've just expanded by one more. But he's no better than the dudes he was behind today than he was on Saturday.
It says here, if you're sitting at home after watching the Super Bowl and your first thought about Hurts is that he's still not among the NFL elite quarterbacks, then the truth is the problem just might be your definition of elite. Does winning pretty with the kind of superhuman feats that power highlight reels matter more than winning, period? And if it's the latter you want, Hurts is it. And there is something to it. Because
that's a great way to define what you're chasing, but you're defining it yourself. My definition is different than yours. My definition of the greats are, when all things are equal, will they take you upward? And I believe when all things are equal, if Jalen Hurts was playing on that offensive line that Pat Mahomes was playing behind, would he play any better than Pat Mahomes? No, he would not. So did he raise in stature? I don't think so. You put Pat Mahomes behind that line, would he have had the kind of numbers? I think it would have been better. So he didn't get any closer to Pat Mahomes individually. Team-wise, he might be the best team quarterback going because he's got the best team around him. But to say he's not amongst the elite, all you're doing is going, okay, well, I'll grow the list by one more. But he didn't jump anybody. He's no better than the guy you had him next to on Saturday. Did he raise in stature? Would you now trade that guy that you loved on Saturday for Jalen Hurts because he had a great game? A great game.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm proud of him. Dude, you have maximized it. But you're not going to tell me that people are going to take him over somebody else that they wouldn't have the day before yesterday.
All right, we'll continue this conversation on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dr. Jacob Torres is my doctor. I met him about 8 years ago. He wasn't my physician then. He was a guy that I met about losing some weight. I didn't know what the Institute for Functional Health was. I didn't realize how important the functionality of that statement was. When I got to know Dr. Torres, he explained to me why he's been so successful with people like me to lose weight, because so many of us got here over a series of years and years of bad decisions and really didn't intend and kind of tried to stay healthy as much as we could, but things got out of hand and really didn't know how to change. So you went on a crash diet, that didn't work, felt miserable, tried some weird things and thought, oh, well, this is going to be life, until a doctor says you lose weight or you're going to start taking some medication and start changing your life, or it's going to be short. That's when most of us stumble into the doctor. Don't wait that long. If you need to lose weight, if you want to look better in the mirror, call Dr. Torres today. He'll put you on a program that you can live with for the rest of your life. He will indeed change the way you think about food, and that's the first step. But you're not going to know how he does it until you talk to him, because he knows far about it other than me. I can just tell you I'm down about 75 pounds. If it's time for you to lose weight, call him today. The number's 210-468-1891. Now, his website's key. Go to iffhealth.com. Read through it. You owe yourself the due diligence. Answer the questions that he asks, and then call him and talk to him. He'll change your life. Listen to me. If you're ready to lose a little bit of weight and you want to have that summer beach bod, start today. It'll happen quick if you do it right. Call Dr. Torres. He'll change your life. And then he'll come on by and thank me later.
Ever feel like everything in life is moving at hyperspeed? Slow things down with the all-new Nissan Murano, an unapologetic refuge amidst the daily hustle and bustle. Re-energize with massaging leather-appointed seats to melt away the tension of a busy day. Escape into your favorite music with a Bose premium sound system, or set the vibe with ambient mood lighting. Because sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Check out the all-new Nissan Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof, ambient lighting, and massaging leather-appointed seats are optional features.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count. Because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team. Southern Recipe Small Batch.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it. But not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Pizza craving? We've got you covered at Round Table Pizza. We've been crafting pizzas with premium, high-quality ingredients for over 60 years. From our made-from-scratch dough to our savory toppings piled all the way to the edge. Find your nearest location or order delivery at roundtablepizza.com.
Let's go! Hi, it's Jason Minix.
It's
You're
Morning
listening
Huddle
to the home of
with
the
AJ
Cowboys,
Hoffman and Rob
94.1
Thompson
San Antonio
on
Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, Vic. What would you do if your wife texted you and just said, "I'm not going to work this morning"?
Tell her why. Ask her why.
She's already asleep.
Yeah, she's already
wife's
gone back to sleep.
I'm like, what? She just didn't reply. But my wife has a job.
Right.
She likes to say she's got a job.
That's
but
the
she
thing.
doesn't go to the job.
Yeah, she says the fact that she can just say, "I'm not going to work today," and then like go back to sleep.
In my wife's
that's not a real
defense,
job.
She's a retired teacher. She's retired.
She can go when she wants.
She does whatever, but she doesn't like the thought of not doing anything. So she likes the idea of telling people she has a job, but she doesn't go to the job.
Like I have an option to work.
But she refuses to admit that you live the life of a retiree. I'm not. I mean, I love the fact that there's money coming in, but she's retired. But then don't act like, oh, I have a job.
I'm a working woman.
You need to go to that job.
If you don't go to work, you don't really have a job.
But if you can find a job that will allow you to come when you want, and keep in mind, her schedule is only Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
She's already manufactured the Monday, Friday absenteeism into the deal, and she won't show up to work on a Tuesday.
Wow.
I'm not mad at her, but don't defend yourself like, I got a job. Oh, you don't.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, your wife has to go to work, right, Vic?
I mean,
she's not allowed to just take the day off.
Oh, no. No, she runs the store. She can't take a day off.
Now, thank goodness she's asleep right now, or I'd be in some serious trouble.
But what if, like, she just decided, yeah, I'm not going to work anymore? What would you say about that?
Wrong. Yeah.
But if she had retirement, you're like, okay, I mean, you've earned it.
I mean, it's obviously because we need the money, and if she doesn't work, we lack funds, and it's all downhill from there.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not being cavalier about the money. I got a payroll to meet. I mean, we got input.
Oh, yeah.
We need input.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But don't get all defensive when I giggle at your job.
Right.
Hey, that's serious.
It's a real job.
I'm not going to work today.
I really were.
I woke up and I'm not sick, but I just don't feel.
It's ick.
I don't feel myself.
It's ick. And
right.
And Jenna has got a different guest host today.
Oh, now that Hoda's gone.
Now that it's chaos.
Oh, it's the Wild West. It's the Wild West.
The life I live.
But now, I mean, is she going to wake up early enough to see that show?
Oh, no, it's recorded.
Oh, okay.
We view that at our leisure.
You watching Good Morning America at 3 in the afternoon?
Well, morning to somebody.
Yeah. Good Morning America. Wait, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. Well, I just woke up.
This is old news, baby. That's already happened.
I just woke up and watched my Springer reruns.
Got in my Springer.
Yeah.
Got my stories and the news.
Yeah, now I'll watch my GMA. Now I'll see what's going on with Kelly. Who it's Jenna Bush?
It's Jenna Bush and a series of co-hosts.
And it was Jenna and Hoda?
And Hoda now is retired.
How's Jenna Bush politically these days?
You know, I think her dad is
I mean, obviously, like, you hear Bush and you just assume that she's a Republican, but I would imagine that she's not a modern-day Republican.
Yeah, keep in mind what the Republicans were.
Right.
And even then, I thought he was pushed a little bit further right than he truly is.
Yeah. But Jenna, does she kind of fall into that same thing?
I think they avidly avoid
politics.
Yeah,
so it's not like The View.
No, but
this is like the kind of TV that makes you feel good in the morning.
Yeah, this is diet and news talk.
Is this the same one that has Michael Strahan on it?
No, this is that's ABC. This is NBC.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch Strahan.
No.
Well,
I don't watch any of it. It's all nonsense. I work in the morning.
No, you're right.
Yeah. We're at work when it happens.
Yeah, I work in the morning. I don't have time for that nonsense.
There's these things called DVRs that my wife uses. That means she can pop on a happy, giggly morning show any time of the day.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Nope.
You can't do that.
I'll tell you what, daytime TV is...
That's like recording last night's news and then watching it the next night.
But that's no news. There's nothing that's earth-shaking.
Then why watch it?
Because it's feel-good and it's self-actualizing.
I don't want to feel good.
I fall asleep to it every day. It's like
I like to wallow in misery.
It's a video sleeping pill. She can put that on, and it's like, all right, there goes the nap. It's perfect.
Oh, you nap during it?
Oh, yeah.
Does she wake you up if something fun happens?
Well, I tell her to.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
When celebrity news comes on, wake me up.
Yeah. You're never gonna believe.
When that comes on, when they're doing the sex test, wake me up.
And then there's probably something with a sports guy, and she wakes up. Have you heard?
Did you? Oh, well.
Have you heard of this fella?
A year ago, when Taylor Swift was really hitting it with the Chiefs and that whole thing was blowing up, every day I'd go home and Kelly would give me the lowdown on Taylor and Travis. Did you know that Travis has a brother named Chasen that plays for the Philadelphia Eagles? He does.
Dude, my wife listens to that podcast.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That, and my wife she got this from I guess at some point soon, daughter-in-law. The Kittles.
Oh, yeah.
Big into the Kittles.
George Kittle's wife is very sexy.
I know
to
way
me.
too much about the Kittles.
I don't. I think her name's Claire.
Yeah, she's a basketball player from Iowa.
She's a big old gal, but she's very attractive. But also, I like that she puts on for her man. Like
she's an athlete. She
she's
knows what
a
it
number
takes.
one cheerleader, and I am like, she makes
Wonder
me
what
like,
that's like.
Man, I wish my wife supported me
I
the
had
way
a
that Claire
cheerleader.
Kittle supports George.
I know.
Of course, if I would accomplish something worth cheering about,
Or
my
had
wife-
millions.
Yeah. We'll try and earn our few shekels on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Eat Lux your way with the new $5 Classic, $7 Supreme, and $9 Discovery Lux Craving Boxes from Taco Bell at participating stores for a limited time only. While supplies last, price of participation varies. Drinks exclude freezes, tax extra.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
You've decided to divorce. I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you're worried about getting the bills paid, childcare, and your divorce, we'll help make it simple, painless, and affordable.
Your future matters. Call the law office of Steve Benke.
Call 210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over those beautiful icy balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu that's second to none. And Twin Peaks hand-stretched flatbreads, oh, they're coming out hot. Close out your night with our favorite flatbreads. They're available during the late night hours, Sunday through Thursday for only $8. That's only from your favorite lodge, Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and oh, those scenic views.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
These days, it feels like everyone is talking about how the American dream of homeownership has become out of reach for so many of us. Well, Rocket is trying to give us more of a chance to own our homes. They're making homeownership simpler and more accessible to more people, turning renters into owners. Rocket believes that every one of us deserves a shot at the American dream. So, are you ready? Own the dream. Visit Rocket.com. That's Rocket.com.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with turbo power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We've got some road work on 35 southbound from Olympia Parkway on down to 1604 through the Selma area. It's got various lanes blocked along the way, so about a 15-minute travel time as you stop and go from FM 1103. Still have this closure up in San Marcos on 35 on the frontage road northbound, shut down between Wonderworld and 123 due to a major accident. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs closed a game out last night, 131-121 over the hapless Wizards. Victor Wembanyama scored 31 and grabbed 15 rebounds with 3 blocks. De'Aaron Fox added his own 30 and 6 assists. Spurs are now 23-28 and return to action tomorrow in Boston. The Cowboys continue to round out their coaching staff. Schottenheimer has hired Steve Shimko. He'll become the quarterback's coach, replacing Scott Tolzien. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. SynergenicsHealth.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Bum, bum, bum. Good morning, everyone. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1. AJ and Rob and Vic getting you through on a Tuesday. Small hump day. Like if a camel has 2 humps, I guess the first one's a Tuesday, right?
Yeah. The dromedary?
Yeah, and then the second one would be a Thursday.
I feel like I'm watching NBA 2K.
Because Luka's wearing
a Laker jersey.
Yeah, purple and yellow.
Surreal, man. Rarely do I feel sorry for Todd with the fake Rolex Dallas fan. But what a miserable time to be a Dallas sports fan.
Yeah, could be worse. Could be worse though.
No,
could be worse.
Couldn't be much worse.
The Rangers won their fake title, so that helps.
Hey, they
soothe
got
it a
that.
little bit.
But in this situation, they got a little bit of water. They got a little bit of water in the middle of the desert. That water's dried up. Rangers ain't coming back. That's gone. So they got just enough to survive.
Yeah, I don't think anything else good's coming. You saw Gafford get hurt last night. So AD's hurt, Gafford's hurt. It's like
Micah's going to be gone.
They threw a dude out of the arena last night for apparently mouthing "Fire Nico."
So now they're getting defensive inside the building?
Yeah.
A pox on your house, man. You've cursed yourself.
I mean, are you surprised by that?
No, I'm not.
Even though they knew this was like a very unpopular opinion.
I think it's one of those things where you knew it was going to be bad, but you didn't think it was going to be bad. This is bad. They're holding caskets outside the front door.
Yeah, so Dallas did not show fans on the Jumbotron in their first home game following the deal, which came on Saturday against the Rockets, but they did do it on Monday against the Kings, and that was apparently a mistake because during a fan karaoke segment on the big screen, a fan screamed "Fire Nico." That same fan was seen with a "Fire Nico" sign in the arena. He would later be removed from the arena to raucous boos from the fans
free
at the
speech,
AAC.
Man. That's wrong. That's wrong. I have a problem with that. What if he puts a bag on his head? You going to escort him out? At what point does free speech stop?
What was the chant they were saying about Luka?
He's not fat. Bring him back. He's not fat. Bring him back.
You got to
He's
own
not
it,
fat.
man. Seriously.
Bring him back.
They need to own this. You need to be out in front, because I would blame everybody that does not live in Dallas for the trade. If I was Nico, I'd come out and say, I didn't want to do this. Yeah. My boss told me to do that. Let Allison live in Vegas and deal with it. I didn't want to do this.
I mean,
you think I wanted to trade Luka?
Well, but I'm with you. He's already raised his hand and he's taking the bullet.
He's taking the bullet, but I'd have gone the whole. I didn't know about it. I had no.
But
Jason Kidd, I didn't know. I didn't, and that's a lie.
If I'm Nico, though, I'm saying, dude, don't throw these guys out of the building. If they want to say fire me, that's fine.
You can't do this.
You're like, as soon like you've got angry fans right now. As soon as you start dragging those angry fans out of the building, you're losing those fans permanently.
Take their money. I mean, but take a page from Jerry's book. They're there. Their money's green when they're mad or they're happy. Just take their money, let them yell whatever they want.
Like, they'll never go back to a Mavericks game now. They'll never go back.
And with every passing day, you're going to have to own this, man. You're going to have to own it every day. You're going to have to do everything you can to get them back in your good graces, because as I watched that last night, I could not imagine. I can't fathom waking up to watch Wemby, the year after he took us to our first finals with him, gone. Just traded away for a bunch of dudes that are just dudes that are only going to be stuck. I can't even fathom what it would be like to be a Maverick fan.
No. And there's still Nico he was at the arena apparently on Monday, but was not made available for comment. Jason Kidd's not talking after the games. The head coach isn't talking to reporters after the games now?
Well, Kidd tried to pass off the fact, and I will die on this. You're going to tell me you traded away one of the top 5 players in the world and you didn't tell your coach you were going to do it until like an hour beforehand? If I was Jason Kidd, I'd have done like the hotty-cotty. I'd have just like, oh, well, either you're going to have to, I'm either going to quit or I'm going to have to kill myself, because this is untenable. And to act, I didn't know. Well, then quit. I wouldn't come back to a place like this. Why would I stay here?
John and E. Huey. John says, I don't get it. Why is the Rangers title fake? It's literally the only legit World Series this state has. And
True.
E. Huey says, why is the title fake? Explain. When I say fake, I just mean like it is the...
It's a blip. It's a happenstance.
It is. It's like it was a real title. There's no asterisk next to it. It's just
the perfect storm of bad baseball.
It really was. And the
Diamondbacks.
The truth is that team is, in any other year in the history of time, would not win a World Series. Everything had to fall into place perfectly, and it was like, and then you see the next year.
Things went real.
That's what they are.
So as a Spurs fan, we fought with every fiber of our being when we were told that the 99 championship was an asterisk championship. And it was. That was a shortened season. It was a weird year. And it took all of those things for us to win a title. Does the title count? Yes. Do we own it? Yes. But the fact of the matter is, much like the bubble title, the further we get away from it, we realize that wasn't really real. It wasn't like your normal year. It might not have been as easy. It might have been even harder, but it wasn't normal. And when we fought the asterisk, how dare you? Because first of all, Phil knew how to get under our skin. This is the same thing. It was a perfect storm for us to win the title. Would we have won it on a normal year? Probably not. We would have won it eventually. And thank goodness we did, or we'd still be holding on to that 99, and people would still be pointing at it like the asterisk. Well, guess what, Ranger fan? It's not an asterisk per se, but it took a perfect storm of bad baseball for you to get it.
That's all.
So I'm not downgrading. Own it. You got the hats. But it wasn't sustained.
Rin says like the Mavericks title. I won't put that on them. The Mavericks title was legit. That wasn't a legit team.
No, legit.
No, they won.
Well, LeBron lost it. LeBron lost it, but we won't get into that.
Dirk won it.
Dirk
was a freak show.
That's my Spurs fan hanging in the wind.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take anything away, but they didn't win it. LeBron lost it.
He says that theory is ridiculous.
That's all right. Hey, and also the foul.
That's all right.
Keep in mind that wasn't that the year that Manu got called at the rim for the foul? I believe it was. That was stolen.
Hey, listen,
Spurs were better that year.
Rangers fan, I want you to take joy in it. I want you to have your moment in the sun. You deserve it. But also, I mean, I get if you want to call the Astros' first title tainted. The second one, you're kind of like,
if you
what
come
are you
back
going to
and
do?
get another one, then that first one
you can't
falls
just pretend
into
the second one isn't real.
So
also,
that's why the Spurs. Once we got the other one, we could go, it's kind
whatever,
of an
man.
asterisk.
Yeah, so when you say it's
was.
the only real title Texas has, like that second World Series is like kind of indisputable.
I'm
not. And I would say the Rangers' second World Series would be. The Rangers are never winning the World Series again. That was. I mean, that was a complete accident.
Not anytime soon.
It was a complete accident.
You can keep building new stadiums, but you're not going to get another team.
I mean, it was. You talk about what an insane series of events it took for the Rangers to win the World Series.
It was a perfect storm, and there's nothing wrong with having the perfect storm come together, but we can all kind of admit the fact that they weren't even close to the top 5 baseball teams in the league that year.
Yeah, I don't think I think that listen, Rangers fans don't have to
they own it.
Yeah, man, that's the way you should do it is say I don't care, we won. Yeah, you did. It's just it's just kind of funny to me.
Well, having kind of
especially
been
the Rangers going back last year and doing what they did to follow it up and like.
Well, I knew how mad I got at Phil when he called it an asterisk because it was hard, but the fact of the matter is, it was easier than it would have been, but it was still hard.
Yeah. The Rangers disrespect in their home state is crazy work.
It is, man. It sucks. We're an affiliate.
Yeah, we carry their games here,
so we know.
I mean, but yeah, we had people listening to that insane title run here on this station.
I personally own like 7 Aroldis.
Adolis Garcia's.
Adolis bobbleheads.
Yeah,
How many other guys do you know have
when I met
7
Rob,
Adolis bobbleheads, man?
When I first met Rob, I thought he was like this massive Rangers fan because the office that we share now is like decked out in Rangers bobbleheads. I was like, Rob's like a big-time Rangers fan. And I was hesitant to bring up the title and be like, so you think the Rangers are going to be good again this year? Even though I knew the answer was, God, no.
I'm a Rangers fan that really lost it when Josh Hamilton started dipping again. When his career was knocked off track when he stopped dipping. That's the Rangers fan I am.
I had a run as a Rangers fan.
Well, then the glory days of
like when
the big arm.
Yeah, so because I grew up with season tickets to the Astros, and then I little did I realize at the time I knew Nolan Ryan was my dad's favorite player. I didn't realize that was the only reason we went to games was to go see Nolan Ryan. Until Nolan Ryan went to the Rangers, and then we abandoned going to Astros games for years because we only went to go watch Nolan Ryan pitch. That was back when you could get like a $39 flight on Southwest from Houston to Love Field.
Go sit in that stadium that was 1,000 degrees.
He'd melt. I mean, it was you.
I paid my dues. I can make fun of the Rangers. I'm in the fan.
Yeah, but then once Nolan Ryan retired, we didn't have to go to Rangers games anymore. It was like, okay, that was a good run. But I was there for some good years. I was there for Juan Gonzalez and Julio Franco and Rafael Palmeiro.
Pudge?
Pudge was there. Oh, yeah. I got to see some cool stuff. I was there for the game where Nolan Ryan beat up Robin Ventura.
See?
I was there for the game where Bo Jackson hit a ball through Nolan Ryan's face, and he was sticking his tongue out through his bottom lip and had blood all over his jersey. I was in the stands for that.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Those weren't great years. They were great games.
They were good games.
They were good games.
Oh, yeah. But let's face it, that's the last. Now,
are the Stars any good?
No.
So Maverick fan, you're screwed. Maybe they'll start a fight. Maybe they'll just be the goons.
Was it? Who started the fight with? Was it Jose Bautista? Was it the second baseman for the Rangers started the fight with?
It was Bautista.
God, it was a Ranger, right?
Yeah.
What was that kid's name? I mean, he should have been a hero for doing that, for trying to fight Jose Bautista. He actually landed a punch on him.
I can see him.
I can't remember his name. Somebody will know in the chat, but yeah. My guess is, that's a good question. Who is the next team from Dallas to win a championship. It might be the Stars, although it feels like the Stars are good, but I don't think they're winning a title good. I mean, they're going to be in the playoffs, which is more than you can say for the Rangers or the Mavericks or the Cowboys.
And the WNBA team was the worst in basketball, I think.
But
how's their soccer team?
If you won a WNBA title, would you brag about it?
Hey, man, if it's all I had.
Listen,
legit. If it's all I had, man, I'd be honking down.
Would you wear the jersey?
You'll never hear me talking about the time the Comets won championships. Like it's just.
Hey, I'll jump on any bandwagon.
Yeah,
I live a pretty miserable sports life, so if you're winning, I'll jump on.
It's like if
I mean, let's be real.
If the San Antonio Brahmas win the UFL, are you going to be like, you're going to wear gear?
Hell yeah. I'll make it to the championship game and act like I'd been there all
then
year.
Be at the parade like,
yeah, I
would be. That would be you.
Let's go!
I'd be all in, man. I'd wear that shirt like in other parts of the country.
Oh, yeah.
And people go, what is that? What sport do the Brahmas play? Like, what are you talking about? They're world champions.
Of this world?
We've never heard of
the Brahmas?
It was Ruggie Odor. Thank you, Claymore. That's who it was. Rugned Odor.
Rugned.
Attaboy. That was one of the great moments in Rangers history.
He was going to chop down that tree.
I had about enough of you, son. That's my the thing about baseball is baseball guys are generally like I don't need to throw the word out there, but they're like lady parts. They
then fighting is not really.
No, baseball players want you to think they'll fight, but they don't want to fight. That's why every time there's a baseball fight, the whole team comes out and they all stand and posture like they're real tough.
Yeah. No punches yet.
No.
Yeah.
But when the NBA is kind of the same way. The NBA, if there's a punch thrown in the NBA, generally it's a sucker punch. It's a guy throwing a punch and then running away.
Right.
But baseball guys, no one ever expects to actually get hit. It's like baseball has a lot of unwritten rules. There's an unwritten rule in baseball, like let's act real tough, like we're gonna fight, but never actually throw a punch. Well, when Odor threw that punch, I think Bautista was like, "What the? This is real?
What?
Is this real?
This is real.
What'd you just do to me?
This is real. He just hit me.
Did you see that? He hit me.
This is real.
That was a real punch.
Anybody notice this is
broke
real?
my glasses.
This is real.
He broke my glasses.
Somebody hold me back.
Broke my Oakleys.
Hold on while I take off my batting glove and my arm protector.
My mom is going to be really pissed.
As soon as I get all this gear off, I'm going to fight. Batting gloves, arm protectors, knee protectors.
You're lucky I'm wearing all this protective equipment.
Man, just give me a second. Take this,
Lucky I'm wearing all this protective equipment, or I'd whoop your ass.
Because I can't get these in the dirt.
That's right. My Bruce Bolts. Can't fighting those.
Or you're out there with those catcher's mitts sliding gloves.
Oh, God. All you can do is slap.
He got me, Coach. I had my catcher's mitts on. I couldn't do anything.
All you can do is slap. I would tell my kid back when, my kid now hardly ever bats. Like, he's become basically a full-time pitcher. And when I was there, he did a big balls thing. He basically told his coach, he's like, hey, my dad's here. Can I sneak it in at bat? Coach was like, I don't know. He's like, I guarantee a hit. And if he didn't get a hit, it was going to be 20 poles, home plate to foul pole and back. And he said, it's happening. But the problem is now he doesn't even carry his bat with him. He doesn't carry any of his hitting gear with him. So he had to borrow everything. And he geared up. So he had on an elbow protector, which he normally doesn't wear. He had on a shin protector, which he normally doesn't wear. He had 2 sliding mitts in his pants. I was like, he's wearing someone else or using someone else's bat. And I was like, dude, you're not going to use those sliding mitts, even if you get on base. But sure enough, he did.
Never know.
But he did get a hit. God bless him. He went up there and roped the double out to the wall. But
nice.
Yeah, but
he
did it wearing all that gear.
In the real world, if you're just in a gym, and I can only speak from the basketball perspective, and a dude walks in wearing elbow pads, you don't want to play with that guy.
Or knee pads.
Well, knee pads, you kind of, but if it's just like a volleyball knee pad, you don't want to play with that guy.
Yeah.
He's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
He's padded up for his own protection. So you see those guys in the gyms like, now, too much equipment on that cat.
What about a headband?
No, you don't want to play any headband. You don't want to play a guy in a headband.
What about
he's going to shoot every time he touches.
What about safety goggles?
So you don't want to play that guy. The safety goggle guy is the one that's going to dive on the floor and take your ankles out. So you don't want to play with that guy either. It's the whole gym.
What about guys who wear shoes?
Well, like what kind of shoes?
Any shoes.
Well, if
I'm just saying you've eliminated a bunch of people already. Well, I'm just saying,
there is a social order on a gym floor, just like on a basketball or baseball field. You can pick guys out. You can tell.
What about the guys who wear long leggings under their shorts?
Well, it depends on the time of year. Sometimes you look out for those cats, but most of the time, the more gear, the worse the player.
Okay.
The more stuff on. If they're wearing like arm shooting sleeves,
what about one shooting sleeve, one not?
You don't want that cat.
Yeah.
Well, if you got next, you just look around like, I don't want knee pad, I don't want shooting sleeve. I'll take the guy in goggles because he'll die for the ball.
Goggle guy, you're on my team
you're
only.
on my time, but just for my own protection.
That's right.
And the old dude that only hits threes, I'll have you too.
That's right. All right, let's hit a break. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Progressive presents Renters MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Joe Fallon's bedroom mini fridge. Sure, this pint-sized chiller's max capacity is 3 soda cans, but what it lacks in stature, it makes up in cooling strength. Each beverage a perfect 37 degrees every time. And the 2 feet Joe walks to get a drink, priceless. That's why his mini fridge is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Transform your water with Connecticut. For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off with trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. Offer ends soon.
Call 656-PURE Connecticut.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Methodist Care Now Urgent Care has 18 locations throughout San Antonio, open 7 days a week. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, Care Now Urgent Care is here to help you feel better fast. Find a location near you at carenow.com and use our convenient web check-in today.
The Blitz is going to Vegas. Come along for an unforgettable Mega March weekend at Circa Las Vegas, March 27th through the 30th for opening day and the second weekend of the tournament. Thursday, March 27th, celebrate the start of the baseball season and watch all the games at the world's largest sports book, plus the ultimate March Hoops experience. Take in the action in the 6 pools and the 143-foot screen at Stadium Swim. Book now and use promo code BLITZ at CircaLasVegas.com and join Jason and Joe at Circa Resort and Casino.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, welcome to Staples. Hi, I hear Staples can print it all for my business.
Oh, if you can think it, Staples can print it and will beat any print quote.
Oh, Oh, great. I'm thinking new brochures and yard signs.
No problem.
I'm thinking calendars, t-shirts, and pens.
Totally.
I'm thinking Staples is the place for printing.
I thought you might think that.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Where you at? So I know you got your get. I don't know I don't know how the
clean version,
the edited version goes. Don't even respect your ass. That's why it's time for the doctor to check your ass, fool. Now I want to slap the taste out your mouth. To the rope, effing me. Now I'm effing you, little hoe. Oh man,
that
Vic, you're in my wheelhouse right there, baby.
Might come back to haunt him.
That's right. Well, yeah, you don't want to F him. That would.
Yeah, no.
No, that would have been.
The Diddy files might be made public.
Well, that would have given you some funk that you didn't want back in the day. Anybody who was effing Eazy-E got more than they bargained for, unfortunately.
And was that free baby oil?
I don't know. There is a new mock draft. The NFL mock draft is out. NFL.com. There's a 3-round NFL mock draft, which seems excessive for February, but hey, what are we going to do?
Got to keep those guys employed, man.
That's right. And this one is courtesy of Chad Reuter, a draft analyst over there at NFL.com. This is his first one. They rotate through guys, Bucky Brooks and Lance Zierlein, and they all take their turns. Daniel Jeremiah. But this is his first one, and it comes right after the Super Bowl. And number one, we've seen this bounce around kind of a lot. There's a real possibility I've seen that the Titans don't take a quarterback at number one and take Abdul Carter, who is seemingly the consensus best player in this draft. I think he is the best player in the draft. Like when I watched him in Penn State's playoff game, it's like, dude, that guy that's who you want on your team.
Mm-hmm. Not yet.
But if you
the problem is it might not be the best thing today. If
you don't have a quarterback, it doesn't really matter if you've got a game-wrecking pass rusher. Ask Myles Garrett.
Yeah. So, you're right.
Ask T.J. Watt.
Because I know this, that the best player coming out in this draft will not be a quarterback.
No.
I'm very comfortable saying that.
I'm extremely confident in that. But this mock draft in particular has Cam Ward going number one to the Titans.
Which, you keep swinging. I just feel like this year for the Titans, it might be the best thing for them because there are some other things you need. And no matter what quarterback you pick this year, there's going to be a fault. They're not a perfect one there. And you can go get a bridge quarterback. There's guys that you could go get it to show up at Tennessee for a couple years while you go get some other stuff. But I get it if they end up with a quarterback. I'm just not sure it'll be Cam.
Frank says, I don't want the Titans to draft Cam Ward. I'm rooting for Ward, and the Titans are a trash organization.
Well, yeah, you are what your record says you are, so maybe.
Well, I mean, the Titans generally have been
I'm not saying I don't think they're trash, but as far as success, they're in the lower.
Well, they're not winning the Super Bowl for sure. But I still get back to the fact that, that team was in the AFC Championship game with Ryan Tannehill. You know what I mean? It wasn't that long ago. Remember that they had a run where 4 out of 5 years they were.
It's funny.
They were in the playoffs.
I don't think of them as poorly run. I just think them as rather provincial.
I think that's fair.
I don't think they're a bad organization.
Yeah, I mean, they're certainly in the muck right now.
Yeah, but I mean, such is life when you're in the.
It feels like Vrabel kind of brought them to respectability, and then they fired him unceremoniously, and now you kind of get what you get.
Yeah, and they are going to be exactly how well they draft. They're never going to pull big free agents there. It's just not going to be a big deal. They're going to have to draft well and fill gaps appropriately. And Vrabel, it was a master of that.
With the second overall pick, the Cleveland Browns. It says, despite Deshaun's injury issues, the Browns pass on a quarterback at number 2 to select Travis Hunter from Colorado.
That would be the biggest mistake and the most Cleveland Brown thing they could possibly do.
I am baffled that, like I saw a different mock draft yesterday on CBS where the guy said, I have Travis Hunter rated as my number 1 cornerback and number 1 wide receiver, so this is a no-brainer. And I'm like, that's impossible for him.
That's why you have mock draft 1.0. So when the draft really does come true and you've got him as your 5th best cornerback and your 12th best wide receiver.
Now, he's the best at doing both.
Yeah, by far.
But he ain't going to do that in the NFL. At least I don't think he will. With the third pick, the Giants take Shedeur Sanders.
That's probably the first appropriate pick.
I mean, they don't really have much choice.
Yeah.
That would mean the Patriots would get Abdul Carter with the 4th pick. I mean, to get the best player in the draft, I think, with the 4th pick, and Mike Vrabel get himself a weapon on that side of the ball immediately.
You have the luxury of already having your quarterback next year. And once you find your quarterback, you can draft the Abduls.
Yeah. Number 5, Will Johnson, the corner from Michigan, to the Jags. Number 6, the Raiders, who I think they'd love to have a quarterback, but in this draft, both of them are gone. So they do a Raiders thing and take a running back at 6, Ashton Ginty.
That's crazy. That's not going to happen.
That would be stupid.
That's crazy.
It would be stupid, but the Raiders have done stupid things basically my whole life.
Again, this is mock draft 1.0. You have to have lots of wiggle room, and I can guarantee you that Ashton Ginty, while he will go in the first round, will not go in the first 10.
Jets and Panthers go 7 and 8 with a couple of defensive tackles. Michigan's Mason Graham to the Jets. Ole Miss's Walter Nolan to the Panthers. Tyler Warren, the tight end from Penn State, goes to the New Orleans Saints at 9. He's really good. And the Bears, who we know exactly what the Bears need. They need offensive line.
So they
go Will Campbell, offensive tackle from LSU. And then with the 11th pick, another team probably in need of offensive line because Trent Williams is 300 years old. He's like Methuselah. Kelvin Banks, the offensive tackle from Texas. And that leads us to number 12, where the Dallas Cowboys sit. However, we've got to do a break. So this is a radio tease.
They could tip their hand.
When we come back, we'll get into who the Cowboys would take and if it'd be the right call. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning on 35 northbound, that connector to southbound Loop 410. We do have an accident. That connector ramp is partially blocked. I-10 westbound West Avenue, that's a stall right lane. 6-7 minute delay has you slow from Fulton. On 35 southbound Olympia Parkway to 1604, that's some ongoing road work. Various lanes are blocked, and it's causing about a 15-minute delay slow from Schwab Road. Far west side of town, 90 eastbound, Meckler over to Loop 410, traffic rolling slowly. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rocket. If you feel like owning a home is out of reach, Rocket is here to give you back the keys because they believe everyone deserves a shot at the American dream. Own the dream. Visit Rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET. Again, that's Rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites.
Folks, there's nothing romantic about home repairs, but when your plumbing has lost that love and feeling and your AC is about to achy break your heart, call Quarterman Plumbing, Heat, and AC at 210-651-5899. We'll fix the issue fast at a great price with a servant spirit.
Joel, this is a special Valentine gift from me to you.
Yeah, but why are your arms red?
I got a deal on this plant for your office.
That's poison ivy, Nigel.
It's what?
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E and 16004.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson, and I've represented folks here in San Antonio injured by negligent drivers for more than 30 years. If you or a family member has been seriously injured, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've heard from many of my clients that after they were involved in a collision, they would get phone calls asking them to hire an attorney. This is highly irregular and probably illegal. Any attorney that is trying to contact you either directly or through a marketing company is not the kind of attorney that you should trust with such a serious matter. Quite frankly, it's creepy. If you call me, we will speak directly. If you hire me, it will be after you and I have talked. I will explain what I can do for you, and you can decide what you would like me to do next. The phone call and the consultation are free. Getting a smart result requires that you make smart decisions along the way, and that's my job, to help you and your family make smart decisions, and that's based on more than 30 years of experience. If you've been injured in an accident, call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Wow! Most cars and pickup trucks can have a ceramic film installed by the experts at Mother's Window Tint starting at just $199. That's an incredible price. If you shop around, you'll find that competitors charge hundreds of dollars more. Plus, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Mother's Window Tint offers up to 60 different film options to fit all price ranges. Since 1984, Mother's Window Tint has been known as the home of the tint and alarm special. If you're looking to enhance your vehicle security to the highest level, visit Mother's Window Tint today, where security systems start at just $3.99. Call us at 210-496-3454. That's 210-496-3454. Or visit us online at motherswindowtint.com. And remember, do it at Mothers and save!
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Progressive knows we all crave validation.
Girl, you are not 37.
I would have guessed 27.
You guys are too sweet.
Sure, dewy skin. Terrific.
Is something wrong, Ned?
Why would you ask? Just because today marks my 10th anniversary without a car accident or even a speeding ticket? But somehow, tonight's all about your skincare.
Wow. With Snapshot from Progressive, you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. And that's all the validation you need. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song.
Breeze, give me my biggest tax refund, please. You, me, and a lifetime accuracy guarantee.
And now get $100 just to try Jackson Hewitt. Does your tax person do that?
Say goodbye to that no guarantee tax guy.
Ready to sail through tax season? Go to Jackson Hewitt and you'll be limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
At the Institute for Functional Health, we are dedicated to helping you live life fully, playing with your kids, golfing, and feeling great without relying on pills. We're not about treating symptoms temporarily. We're about extending your health span, the years you live in good health. I'm Dr. Torres, and for over a decade, my team has transformed lives by tackling health issues at the root. Tired of medications without real answers? Take control of your health with us. Call 210-468-1891 for a free Discovery Day consultation or visit iffhealth.com. Improve your health span today.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular regular tech. For a limited time, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, and more. Save now at Dell.com/deals.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah! In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to give away some Los Lonely Boys tickets. Vic's a lonely boy.
Yeah.
Rob won't be a lonely boy because his wife's still at home. So when he,
yeah, my wife's at work.
Yeah, Vic will be a lonely boy when he gets home, but not Rob.
No.
His wife will be well rested, and she'll say, "Let's go do something." When Rob's trying to nap.
Not in weather like this.
No, the weather did stink this morning getting up.
Well, I started Landman yesterday. I might
what a
finish it
show!
today.
What a show! That's a very good show. You're gonna be very happy with your decision, Rob.
Yeah.
Billy Bob is a strange cat, but pound for pound, the best American actor.
Ooh, there's a discussion to be had there, maybe. The best American
Our
actor.
finest American actor.
I mean, I don't know. Brad Pitt's pretty good.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's pretty
Not
good.
gonna dispute.
DiCaprio's real good.
DiCaprio seems to hit it out of the park.
Some people like that Tom Hanks fella. Although I
As
believe
long
he's
as
got
he's running.
I
As
believe
long as
he's got
running.
dual citizenship with some other country though.
Space.
No,
He's
it's
from
not
space. He's an alien.
Tom Hanks has dual citizenship in Greece.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he and his wife raised a bunch of money for the Greek wildfires, and they gave him citizenship in exchange.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, nice. All right. Well,
What does that give him? Like a parking spot? I mean,
I mean, I don't know.
free health insurance.
yeah. But
I
there
would
is
guess,
that.
yeah, it's
right?
a good benefit.
They're part of the EU, so yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Free dental.
Well,
No one ever offers me citizenship.
he's a Scientologist, right?
No. Tom Hanks.
Oh, Cruise.
No,
Tom
Tom
Cruise
Cruise.
is.
I thought you were talking about Tom Cruise.
No.
Tom Hanks is beloved,
I know.
and he's a Greek citizen now.
Yeah.
He's a boy.
Well, he's a
Woody.
dual citizen. He still maintains his American citizenship. But
Oh, okay, good.
yeah. Yeah, when you said running, I guess
No,
you were talking about Mission
I thought
Impossible.
I heard Tom Cruise. When
I was thinking you were doing
Tom.
Forrest Gump.
Well, no. Well, that's
That's
kind of
what
it.
I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it applies.
And you did ran like Forrest Gump.
Well, I was just thinking, the first commercial for the Super Bowl was Tom Cruise running.
That's true.
And if he's not running in the movie sucks. He has to at some point run.
What about when he was a vampire?
Movie sucked. He didn't run.
Oh.
Well, that movie should have been so much more. The Anne Rice movie.
Yeah. All right. Back to our mock draft. I went down the rabbit hole during the.
The great thing about this is, the good news about the draft is it will tip their hand for the Cowboys.
Oh, like to what they're doing in free agency.
It'll give
and
you an
all that?
idea which way they're going.
I said all along, if they end up taking a pass rusher, you kind of know the writing's on the wall about Micah Parsons. It says here Dallas takes the top player on the board, Teteroa McMillan, the Arizona wide receiver, 6'5" wide receiver, good hands, good red zone guy. They're losing Brandon Cooks. You need someone opposite CeeDee Lamb.
Did we have Brandon Cooks?
I mean, kind of. In theory, you had a number 2 wide receiver.
It got so many holes. It seems like you're kind of chasing the shiniest of all the toys available to you. But if you're telling me that's the best athlete available and it does fill a hole, I wouldn't be upset. But there are other positions of need as well that if you said, hey, we're drafting a lineman, you tell me he's the best one out there, I'm happy. I'll take that too.
Mind you, if for some reason the Bears and 49ers don't go offensive tackle, and one of those two guys is available, I'd run up and take one of those things.
I will say this, Shotty, use the capital that you have right now, this 5-year contract where the future is, bright, to do the boring stuff. Do the boring stuff now where people go, what? How dull. You drafted Travis Frederick. Do that. And then go get the shiny stuff when you can afford to do that and when you really are putting the icing on the cake. But make the cake first.
Yeah, I'm in on drafting offensive line if it's available. Number 13, Jalen Walker of Georgia, this is a projected trade with the Houston Texans. The Dolphins trading out, Texans trading up.
Why would you think that there's going to be a trade between the Dolphins and the Texans right now? That's what I hate about mock drafts.
Yeah, I've got no answer for that.
You can guess about the pick, but don't start throwing in random-ass trades.
14 Colts, Jahdae Barron, the Texas corner, the reigning Jim Thorpe winner, if I'm not mistaken.
Baller.
The number 15 pick, the Falcons, Donovan Izaraku.
Another running back?
No, edge rusher.
Oh, dang. They don't have enough running backs there.
No, they are short on those.
Only 3 of them.
Number 16, Colston Loveland to the Broncos in a projected trade with the Arizona Cardinals. 17, Tyler Booker, the Alabama offensive lineman, offensive guard to the Bengals. 18, Seahawks, Derek Harmon, the Oregon defensive tackle. 19, Tampa takes Armand Membu, an interior lineman from Missouri.
That's a good name.
Arizona, who traded back with Denver, gets Josh Simmons, the offensive tackle from Ohio State. Pittsburgh, Quinshon Judkins, another running back.
Wow.
Steelers never take running backs.
Yeah, in the first half. Judkins is a baller, though.
Although Najee Harris Najee Harris is going to be a free agent, so I guess they do need something. The Chargers at 22, Malachi Starks, the safety out of Georgia. Any Georgia defender is probably safe, which Mykel Williams, Green Bay, 23, Mykel Williams, the edge rusher from Georgia. 24, projected trade with the Minnesota Vikings. The Buffalo Bills select Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle from Michigan.
Thoughts?
It's funny. They say the Bills send pick 30 and 2 4th-rounders to Minnesota.
Such an extravagant, in-depth trade. That's never going to happen.
How do you know?
Why would you come up with 2 4th?
I'd be happy with anybody who can stop the run.
Yeah.
Anybody whose job is stop the run, yes, I'll take. Jahad Campbell, for Alabama linebacker to the Dolphins. Remember, who traded down traded down with the Texans.
So what pick are we at now?
26.
Where are those Aggie corners? Neither one of them
none
out there.
taken
Scorton?
yet. He's in the first round. You just got to be patient, Rob. 26, the Rams, Luther Burden, which if they are going to trade,
catch. That guy can play.
If you're going to trade Cooper Kupp, yeah, well.
And you know, the thing about it is, the Rams have an eye for wide receivers. If they like them, you better like them too.
They seem good at this. Mecca Ibuka, the wide receiver from Ohio State, in a projected trade to the Philadelphia Eagles, which doesn't seem like a very Eagles trade. It seems like the Eagles generally go for
They
depth.
draft well. They don't need to trade.
They draft trenches.
Yeah, they trade away and are the recipient of pieces and parts that are required to make them better. They don't need to go trade to add to something.
Jonah Savignyea. I don't know anything of him. He's an offensive guard from Arizona. I could pretend he's probably good at sports.
You tell me he's good.
JT Tuimoloau, the edge rusher from Ohio State, to the Commanders. The Vikings get Azariah Thomas.
Let's stop with this. The Commanders. Are we to the point where we got to start saying CJ needs weapons?
Jaden Daniels, you mean?
No, I'm talking about the Texans.
Oh, the Texans.
And the draft of a defensive lineman. Are we – it's a good pick, but at what point do we start saying that your quarterback needs weapons? Are we like Josh Allen needs weapons, Lamar needed weapons? CJ, at some point, they're going to start saying, CJ needs weapons.
He's got Nico Collins, who's like one of the 10 best receivers in the league probably at this point. I don't know if Tank Dell's coming back.
I don't think he is.
I know they're going to have to make a decision on Stephon Diggs. But if the decision is no, then yeah, they probably do need to get him something.
I mean, the smart move is to go defense. I'm not anti it. That's the best move to be made. But at some point, every young quarterback, because you're able to go draft and free agent and because they're low pay, at some point you get around to your quarterback and go, wait a minute, we got to give this guy some help offensively because we've utilized all this extra money and salary cap space to fill defense and all this other kind of stuff. I don't think we're there yet with CJ, but eventually we're going to start saying we might need to make sure he's got a playmaker apart from, he's got a running back who's really, really good. He's not going to have Tank Dell.
I think Nico is special.
I think he is.
But so if they draft one in the second round, I'm not mad.
And I wasn't saying they should do it now, and I'm not sure we're there yet. But at some point, every young quarterback, we get to the situation where, wait a minute, we need to help him now.
Yeah. 31, they've got the Jets trading up to get Jackson Dart. So another quarterback in the first round.
See, just like the Cowboys have a terrible eye for defensive linemen. They just can't see it. I have a terrible eye for quarterbacks.
You do?
Oh, and I like Jackson Dart.
I do too.
As much.
I like him as much as I like the first
Mayonnaise
two.
King.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Levis and Jackson Dart is certainly more talented, but the mindset is very much the same, and that mindset leads to hundreds of interceptions. That's the one worry I have with Dart. But of all the quarterbacks coming out this year, in my mind, Jackson Dart has the best upside.
I like Jackson Dart too. I don't like Jackson Dart in the first round.
No, I wouldn't take him in the first round. But of all the quarterbacks out there, he's the guy that I would maybe grab a little bit higher than I should just to get him in the locker room.
Then Ravens, Josh Connerly, the offensive tackle from Oregon. Now, I did tell you this was a 3-round mock draft. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will tell you what it says about the Dallas Cowboys in these other rounds. The Cowboys, it has them in a projected trade. Oh, actually, no, it's not the Cowboys.
Thank goodness.
It's got the Cowboys taking at the 44th pick, Omarion Hampton, the running back from North Carolina.
You tell me he's good, I'll trust you. I don't know.
He is pretty good.
Okay.
But again, Cowboys have a lot of needs, and it does seem like
they're going to have to get a running back. This isn't just a shiny thing. They need one. This wouldn't be a bad pick if he's the best guy out there. I wouldn't be upset with that. Normally, if you're going to get a running back, get them real high or down low. Get them high because they're worth it, or wait and just get a guy that looks maybe has one extra thing that the other guys don't.
Some other highlights from round 2 include the Cleveland Browns at the 33rd pick taking Quinn Ewers, the quarterback from Texas.
Okay.
And boy, if that's what happens, sorry, Quinn.
Well,
it's been real.
The best thing that could happen to Ewers is to land someplace where there's not a lot of expectations, and he can just go learn to be a quarterback.
Well,
because he's good enough.
And the bright side is he's probably more likable than Deshaun Watson.
But I'll tell you this, the worst thing that could happen for him is to get thrown into the starting position.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to start next year, Quinn. I know it sounds great, but that's the machine that eats you up and chews you out once that happens.
At 37, the Raiders take Matthew Golden, the Texas wide receiver. At 42, the Chiefs take Nick Scorton, the edge rusher from Kansas.
That guy was a top 10 pick 3 weeks ago. His Senior Bowl must
Kansas
not have
City,
gone well.
by the way, which wouldn't be a bad landing spot.
Well, think about what must have happened over the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know.
He has fallen to 42nd.
Alfred Collins, a defensive tackle from Texas, to the Dolphins at 48. And any other text? Oh, Jalen Milroe, 52 to the Steelers, which makes a lot of sense, actually.
He won't last that long.
I would be surprised at that as well. And I don't see any other Texas. Oh, at TCU, wide receiver Jake Beck, 62 to the Bills. Jaden Blue, Kansas City, number 63. They've got, and then Cameron Williams, the guard from Texas, going 64 to the Eagles. So a lot of Longhorns being drafted in the first couple rounds, according to this mock draft. And then finally in round 3, your Dallas Cowboys, Rob, America's team, they would call them, TJ Sanders, who is a defensive tackle from South Carolina. Other notable names in that round include Isaiah Bond, Texas wide receiver, going to New England. Mason Taylor, the tight end from LSU, to Jacksonville. And a bunch of other guys you've probably... Oh, Travion Henderson to New England at pick 77. Savion Williams, TCU wide receiver, to the Cardinals. Any more quarterbacks? No. Yeah. That looks like all that we would care about. Oh, Trevor Etienne to the Jags. I guess they already realized that if one Etienne doesn't work, just try again. Oh, here we go. Miami Dolphins, Dylan Gabriel, quarterback. Rams with the next.
Okay, wait. Anybody who projects Dylan Gabriel to the Dolphins are the same people that project any European baller to the Spurs.
You think it's just lazy?
You don't know. That's just lazy. Is there a quarterback looks a little like the quarterback they've got? Oh, he's also from Hawaii? Of course they'll draft him.
And then with pick 90, it's got the Rams taking Kyle McCord from Syracuse. So finding their future quarterback, which if their future quarterback is Kyle McCord, the future ain't bright.
Well,
for the Rams.
Those are the guys that normally I've never heard of that turn out to start a game in about 3 years and they disappear. But at some point they go, remember him at Syracuse? He's going to be a great OC one day.
Yeah, someday. All right. Enough mock drafting. We've got real serious business to talk in the next hour about the San Antonio Spurs.
Hey, we got a W.
What?
Like
they held on for a win.
Team. It was an AAU squad they'd put together last night.
The Spurs didn't get a cover.
Which we're all happy for. We told you.
Winners, that's all right. That's the best case scenario.
We both got W's.
Spurs win. We win.
Won. Yes.
Yeah, good. It's a good day.
Oh, they tried to make it interesting.
But we'll
9 points.
We'll talk about that game coming up next and see where we think this roster is going to settle eventually. It is the Morning Huddle on San Antonio Sports Star right here, 94.1.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes. Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song. Get your max tax refund guaranteed, and new customers get $100 to switch. Don't miss the boat. Book an appointment with experts today. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Are you annoyingly inattentive? Do you watch a movie and then ask a zillion questions because you weren't paying attention? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Mattress Firm's President's Day sale is happening. See store mattressfirm.com for details.
Guys, this is AJ. If you're feeling kind of tired or low on energy, do what I did. Check out Game Day Men's Health on Bassey Road. You'll get a personalized plan that starts with a free testosterone test. Call 210-900-3691. That's Game Day Men's Health, 210-900-3691.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carats are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute definitely filling in. Downtown, I-10 lower level, northbound 35 to North Frio Street. Got an accident, all the goods by one lane. 1604 northbound approaching Kitty Hawk. This wreck has you slow from I-10 about 20 minutes. On I-10 westbound just past Fresno, we've got an accident. 3 right lanes are blocked. And road work 35 southbound Olympia Parkway on down to 1604. Various lanes are blocked along the way, and it's causing about a 20-minute commute. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs closed a game out last night, 131-121 over the hapless Wizards. Victor Wembanyama scored 31 and grabbed 15 rebounds with 3 blocks. De'Aaron Fox added his own 30 and 6 assists. Spurs are now 23-28 and return to action tomorrow in Boston. The Cowboys continue to round out their coaching staff. Schottenheimer has hired Steve Shimko. He'll become the quarterback's coach, replacing Scott Tolzien. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. Synergenicshealth.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Third hour of the program here, 94.1. You know what I did when I was leaving the segment last time? I said right here on San Antonio Sports Star, and then I was going to say 94.1 after.
I know it was kind of backwards.
It felt weird. I'm never going to do that again.
Yeah, that was awkward.
I said I'm going to try something new, and then it just didn't work.
Nah, it didn't.
It's like when you take a different way to work. Like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah, they threw me off.
I should have gone straight.
I wish I could have just said, you know what, let me do that
thinking.
again, but it is what it is. You know, now I've done it. The cat's out of the hat, as they say. The cat's out of the hat.
Is that what they say?
No, that's not what they say.
Is the cat Riz?
The cat is out of the bag, but
Yeah,
I forget who it was. It said the cat's out of the hat.
I've seen my pen.
Oh, it's right there with the pink lid.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I need to be able to doodle.
Yes. I bore Rob greatly.
No, that's how I think. It's an ADHD response. Sorry.
He just has to doodle.
I have to doodle it. That's my brain revving through thought.
That must be what it is. The San Antonio Spurs last night got themselves a victory, a much-needed victory, because let's face it, things haven't been going great for Los Spurs recently. But does it make you feel better about where this team is headed, or was that just a result that is based solely on the opponent?
The Wizards were an AAU team last night.
Yeah, I mean they're terrible.
I mean, that was a joke, and we played appropriately in the first quarter. They were about to blast them out of the water, and then they ran into that drought that inexplicably happens to the Spurs. Now, to their credit, third quarters have been better. They're better coming out of the locker room. But there's something that goes on after Mitch has gone through his standard sub pattern, after he goes in with his starters and then 2 minutes and then 8 minutes and then he's got his rotation set. And then he starts cycling back in. You know, he starts bringing guys back in after their first rest. For whatever reason, the witchcraft of his team collapses. And it's happening more. It's always happened. But it was more apparent over the last several games on the road because things get magnified there. And it happened again yesterday. They just happened to be playing a team that is bereft of any talent. And, oh, by the way, I didn't know Champagne had a twin.
Who?
His twin brother plays for the Wizards, and that cat looks exactly like him and was running trash. He hit a three.
They're
his
twin brothers?
They are identical.
Justin is the other one?
Justin and Julian.
Huh.
But dudes look exactly alike. And I saw the game start, and I saw the dude in the Wizards uni. He's on a 10-day, or he's pulled up. He's on a 2-way.
I saw him. I thought it must have been like a cousin or something. I didn't know it was his twin brother.
Twin. And he hit a three on his brother and was running smack. And after that happened, Keldon got into a little tussle, not with the brother, but with another one. But it was kind of an awkward moment when one twin was in the other twin's grill, running it down the court. Now, Jules, to his credit, kind of laughed at it. But that was some brother-on-brother crime last night. It was kind of funny.
The Wizards did what the Spurs usually do and shot 14 of 47 from three. Boy, Jordan Poole, there's not enough shots for him to take, I don't think. There is not a shot. He's never seen a shot that he doesn't want to take.
You know, Marcus Smart recently of the Grizz, who never fit in there. You know, I don't know. It just never worked out. Now he's been banished to the gulag. And Marcus Smart, when he was a high school player here in Texas, played at Flower Mound, played the best high school basketball game I have ever seen played by a high school schoolboy in a state championship.
Okay.
The best. And I've watched the guy who lives on defense slowly slide down the league, and now he's at Washington. Oh, my gosh, poor guy, because they don't play defense in Washington. They don't even know what that means. That was a good win. It was a win that was required. It wasn't a great win. It was a win that was taken because De'Aaron Fox is a straight-up bucket getter. Well, that's why we won.
And not it was nice to break the streak of losing games by 1 point, which the Spurs seem to and winning by. They played 3 games in a row decided by 1 point.
Think about where the Spurs would be if just over the last week things would have just gone like most normal teams. I mean, our conversations would be so ridiculously different.
Yeah.
But you just don't have that margin. The margin for error is so slim between 7th and 12th. I mean, you just don't have – there's just no room to make a mistake, and you can't lose 2 games like that. And tonight, or when we get into Boston tomorrow night, it's a good time to go play Boston. It's a good time.
We also Alex Sarr didn't play.
No Sarr, no.
I guess he's got an ankle issue. I was kind of curious to see what he looked like. A lot of people think he's having one of the better rookie years.
Well, there's the reason why they got rid of Kuzma, because to let Sarr kind of flourish. They've got a guy they can build around him.
Yeah, he was Rookie of the Month in December. But yeah, I would have liked to see him last night. But speaking of rookies, you and I agree that you just have to start Steph Castle now.
Okay, let's get into this. I can see both sides of the argument. It does make a lot of sense because I do believe you need Chris Paul out there. Even though he's new to us, he's not as new as De'Aaron Fox is. And Chris Paul is a floor general, and he's telling De'Aaron where to be. I mean, he's on the. I get why he's out there, but it's time for Stephen to start. I don't know of anybody who's watched the last week that doesn't think that Stephen needs more minutes and needs more minutes with De'Aaron. Now, that takes away from some continuity, but it's just a necessary evil. I don't know how long we're going to wait. Maybe it'll be the All-Star break, Everybody goes back. We get a couple of days of practice, some other work, and then we'll see the change. But it's imminent. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. There's no reason why it shouldn't happen.
I mean, at some point you've got to start playing towards the future.
Yes.
And it looks like the future's not this year for the Spurs. So might as well start now. Again, I'm a big believer in the value that Chris Paul provides, but it doesn't mean that he's got to eat up all the minutes.
Right.
Especially now, if we were talking about a team that's in the play-in mix right now, it's a different story.
And it's still possible. And I still think it's a worthy aspiration.
But it's not going to happen if you keep starting Chris Paul.
Well, I would
Chris
also
Paul's
say
running out of gas.
Well, I think there's that. But I also will say that the continuity, the reason that De'Aaron Fox is capable of going and getting 30 points is he's got Chris Paul on the court for about half of those minutes. Those two guys they just know the game, and they can do things just because they know the game together that De'Aaron Fox wouldn't be able to do alone. There's a reason why he's able to go get 30.
And again, I don't really care who's starting. What I do care about is Steph getting 20 minutes and Chris Paul getting 35 minutes. That doesn't make any sense to me at this point.
There's some other things in play here. I think Stephen Castle is working his way into the conversation of first or second Rookie of the Year. He's getting, and I think after this All-Star break, when we see him in the dunk contest, his name is going to be more and more out there as a Rookie of the Year candidate, and you kind of owe it to your young kid to give him access to that. So there's that. You've got the idea, Chris Paul's not going to be here next year. I'd like for him to be here, but I can't imagine a scenario where he is. And even if he is, he has to assume the role as the backup guard, however you want to define that. And I think sooner or later for that, because there are other things in play, because Devin now needs to get used to playing with these. And then we got to figure out at 4. But all of this comes down to your guard play. And once we get continuity, then we can start addressing the true problem with our coaching. And that is the substitution patterns just aren't working. For young guys, old guys, the meshing, when we lose games close at the end, when we lose big leads in the middle of the first and second quarters, that's coaching. That's not Jimmy's and Joe's. That's just reading the game and flow. And we have too many instances where for 45 seconds things get away from us, and we give up 8 points all of a sudden because we're confused because of substitution pattern. We don't know who we're guarding or something strange like that. That's why losers lose.
We've got the most recent odds for Rookie of the Year. Steph Castle is your favorite, plus 185.
You owe him the minutes. Let's go get this.
Khalil Ware is second at plus 205. So those two are neck and neck, and there's a little bit of a gap between them and the rest.
And Ware's a late to the show, though. I mean, he's been hurt for a lot of the time, so he's had a brief splash. Let's see how he plays through into April.
Jalen Wells of the Grizzlies is 6-1. I actually like what I've seen out of him a lot.
But he's not even the most famous rookie on his team.
That's true. But he's playing the best.
No, I'm saying but he just won't get the credit.
Zachary Risachet plus 850. Zach Edey 14-1. Alexander Sarr 20-1. Isaiah Collier 30-1. You can get all the way down. Yves Missi is 80-1. And Rob Dillingham, who the Spurs.
How is Rob Dillingham even on this list?
150-1. Yeah. It's long ways down the list, so don't you worry. Isaiah Collier though 30-1. He's one of those ones that I was like, why is he keep falling in the draft? It's all size, but the guy can ball, man. I'm glad to see him balling out. Dalton Connect 60-1 also, if you're into that sort of thing.
Well, did you see Charlotte is now they're trying to rescind the rescinding of the trade. They're questioning the physical. This trade might not be dead now. They're questioning the physical.
The Lakers did that at first, and now they're saying, "Well, now we're questioning it."
Yeah, so they've approached the Board of Governors to look again at the rescinding of the rescind.
Okay.
So this trade might not be dead.
Okay, even though the trade deadline has come and gone.
Well, they couldn't do anything else. But this one, I think that somebody
this would be grandfathered in.
Well, I think the Lakers might have had some buyer's remorse.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, we're failing the physical. Seems like Connect might actually be better here.
Yeah.
That's how it feels, and it feels like Carolina's like, hey, man, physical. You failed him because he had an ingrown toenail? I mean, it sounds like something that he got failed for that Carolina can't figure out why.
My guess is they probably got some bad grief about it.
Well, that's my guess. They had some little bit of remorse on making a deal. I've never seen an instance where this is reversed. The reversal is reversed, but I guess it's possible.
By the way, when I'm looking at this awards market, where do you think Victor Wembanyama is on? Well, we know he's number one in Defensive Player of the Year odds. It's minus 1,600. Yeah. But where do you think he is on the MVP odds board?
In the top 5.
He's number 5.
Yeah. That's
now,
right.
when I say he's number 5, he's 300 to 1.
Yeah, it's a distant.
So there's not a lot of guys with any real chance. Jason Tatum is 4th at 200 to 1.
Not gonna happen. This is just like Josh Allen won the MVP about week 9. Shai Gilgeous has already won this thing.
Giannis is 80 to 1 at number 3. Jokic is plus 425,
which
it's the only person who's got a reasonable chance of catching Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's minus 600.
Well, you'd have to. I can't imagine what would happen for him not to get it. I saw a number today: 43 or something straight games of 25 or better. He is the Tim Duncan of guards. He's just going to plug away. He's not going to do anything to take away from this because it's just not in him. He's going to win this.
Minus 600. He's going to put his name in the top guys in the world conversation with this because the team is having that success. He's having this.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's funny because he doesn't. I guess because he doesn't seem like the guy who wants to be a superstar, but at some point it's forced on you. I mean, Jokic is the same way. Jokic didn't want to be a superstar, but eventually he got so good that it was just kind of this. You are what you are.
We
buddy.
have to talk to you, Kat. And Shai will reach that. I mean, but he is the epitome of a team dude, and nothing shows you more about OKC, and I don't want to like those guys because they are our rivals. We do have to eventually go through them. But I love what they're doing. Like the little things that, like post-game interviews, nobody goes to the locker room till everybody's done with the interview.
Yeah.
So it's those little things that makes the hair stand up on your arms as a coach. You know, when you see your team do team things without you making them do it. It just that organic kind of growth together, man, it's immeasurable, the value of those kind of things.
Thunder edged by a 36-point win over the Pelicans last night. The return of Chet Holmgren, who was 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 6 boards, 5 blocks.
So are you going to jump him for taking half of his shots from 3?
No, because he shot 40%.
7'3" dude taking 5 threes.
Listen, just do not shoot. If you're shooting 30%, do not take 10 3-pointers.
There's no more epitome. Tell me what the league is like without telling me what the league is like. Show me Chet Holmgren's first game back.
Yeah, 5 threes attempted, but 5 blocks. So probably a welcome addition to the lineup to have him back. That's a really good team, man. Really good team. They surprisingly had him and Hartenstein on the floor a lot at the same time last night.
They're going to need that to win a championship, so they're going to have to get used to it.
Yeah, they're not ultra deep. I mean, Jalen Williams obviously is really good. I guess they trust Alex Caruso and
Dort.
No, he starts.
No, but yeah, they trust that 8 dudes.
What's the Andrew Wiggins' brother's name? The other Wiggins guy. He plays a lot for him, but that's about it. Like everybody else is like a couple minutes here. Dylan Jones gets a couple minutes, but
great teams run 8.
I think come playoff time, that's what they're going to run.
Great teams run 8.
Is 8 guys. And Chet only played 25 minutes last night. My guess is that ticks up. And also, I mean, that's all they needed last night. This was not a competitive. It was the Thunder were up 15 after a quarter.
The week and a half prior to the All-Star game is the worst week of basketball in the NBA. It's worse than any other time of the year because the trade deadline is now done.
Yeah.
Teams know. Did you watch any of the Laker Jazz game? If you watched any of the Laker Jazz or you watched any of the Spurs Wizards, there are teams that are now running on fumes, that are literally drawing up the lineup as they walk in. They ain't practicing. And players are playing because they're padding their tape. This season is done for about 8 teams, and they're playing like it.
Well, you know what? We're at an odd time in sports. We'll talk about it on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Listen, guys, I got to tell you about my friends over at Cerebral. And if you're spending your time, doom scrolling, as Rob tends to do, through social media, and you see all the people having their great lives, and they got a great promotion at work and they got a new car and you're wondering what's going on in your life. It's hard not to get wrapped up in how everyone else is doing. I get it. But imagine how you'd feel if you just spent 45 minutes focused on how you're doing personally. And at Cerebral, they make it easier than ever to access dedicated therapists and doctor-prescribed medication personalized to you, and they do it with in-network care, so you can focus on feeling better without worrying about the cost. 72% of people say they feel better in just 12 weeks. And if you're dealing with these things, managing stress or anxiety, I'm going through a big life transition where I'm here in San Antonio by myself. My family's still in Las Vegas. It's a weird time. Sometimes you need someone to talk to about those things. You want to improve your sleep. You want to improve your relationships. You want to be more present and focused at work or with your kids. Cerebral can help you. They make mental health care easy, accessible, and more affordable. They're a proud official sponsor of the San Antonio Spurs. Just like athletes prioritize their physical health, mental health is just as important, and Cerebral's there to help you build a strong foundation for your overall well-being. So take that first step today. Visit Cerebral.com to see how affordable and accessible mental health care can be with insurance. Cerebral, make time for mind time.
Hear that? The sound of adorable little birds in your garden. And if you were here, you'd taste the 2 sweet but tiny tomatoes you grew all by yourself. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens when you're riding your motorcycle, protected by Progressive, on your way to the store for a pack of normal-sized tomatoes. So if you ride, switch to Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer, without getting your hands dirty. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Wow! Most cars and pickup trucks can have a ceramic film installed by the experts at Mother's Window Tint starting at just $199. That's an incredible price. If you shop around, you'll find that competitors charge hundreds of dollars more. Plus, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Mother's Window Tint offers up to 60 different film options to fit all price ranges. Since 1984, Mother's Window Tint has been known as the home of the tint and alarm special. If you're looking to enhance your vehicle security to the highest level, visit Mother's Window Tint today, where security systems start at just $399. Call us at 210-496-3454. That's 210-496-3454. Or visit us online at motherswindowtint.com. And remember, do it at Mother's and save!
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson, and I've represented folks here in San Antonio injured by negligent drivers for more than 30 years. If you or a family member has been seriously injured, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've heard from many of my clients that after they were involved in a collision, they would get phone calls asking them to hire an attorney. This is highly irregular and probably illegal. Any attorney that is trying to contact you either directly or through a marketing company is not the kind of attorney that you should trust with such a serious matter. Quite frankly, it's creepy. If you call me, we will speak directly. If you hire me, it will be after you and I have talked. I will explain what I can do for you, and you can decide what you would like me to do next. The phone call and the consultation are free. Getting a smart result requires that you make smart decisions along the way, and that's my job, to help you and your family make smart decisions, and that's based on more than 30 years of experience. If you've been injured in an accident, call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, how true are these reports that Micah Parsons might be on the trade block?
We'll talk about that and why Darren Woodson did not get into the Hall of Fame with Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk.
Plus, we'll talk to Indy Kalu about that Eagles win. He is an Eagles legend, by the way.
And the reaction from Spurs Wizards last night.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're locked on The Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
I don't know how this song got so popular. It sounds like something from like an 80s video game.
Right?
And it became like a big hit.
I think you just described why.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Well, back in the 80s, we figured out that you could make music with computers.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And it was really cool.
We have the technology.
Yeah,
This is such Euro disco.
Yeah.
I've got to decide, and you said this right before the break. You were talking about how the NBA, we're in for a rough stretch of NBA.
Oh.
Like, you're not going to see a lot of quality matchups here. When is the All-Star break? Is it
About a week
Valentine's
and a half
Day?
out.
Or?
They're gonna play their last regular season game next Friday or Saturday, and then they'll go on a little break for.
So, is Sunday the they have Friday because there's no games on Friday or Saturday.
When do we finish up in Austin? Is that a week from tonight?
I don't know, because I'm seeing no games Friday, no games Saturday, and this is like the NBA altogether.
Okay.
And then Sunday, it's all TBD. What would that be? Oh, I guess that's the 4 teams in the All-Star thing, right?
We don't know who's going to play, and we just have the times, and that's Sunday, February the 16th.
Okay, so that's the reason it says TBD is because we like the new format. That's why.
There's a 7:20 game, an 8:10 game, and a 9 p.m. game. I don't know.
Absurd.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So between now and then, you're going to see some pretty bad basketball. Personally, I'm going to. It's a sad time in sports right now. Football's over. Yep. Which sucks. I hate that. The NBA stinks right now. Hockey just decides to take off like 2 weeks to play this tournament. That, I mean, I guess I can watch some of those games. But
now's the time for college basketball. This is the sports calendar. Now it's time between now and March. We focus on basketball and spring training. That's part of our sporting calendar. Now they're going to add some stuff up. We've got that Brahmas Football League coming. Spring football's coming. We still have one more transfer portal day.
Football.
I don't either. And now with the transfer portal, more and more universities are getting rid of the spring game. Why showcase good guys or make guys mad with a game that might make them transfer? I'm just not going to do it. And I think that's going to become more and more the thing until they fix this transfer portal thing. So you're right. I know a lot of coaches don't believe in spring football, but traditionally this was the time. Football is done. The league year hasn't over yet. We got a lot of stuff at supposition, mock draft 1.0. But now, if you are a sports fan, we focus on the gyms in the Midwest, and we tune in on Big Tuesday and watch 3 games on Saturday.
And that's
how
where
we fill our time.
Tuesday and Saturday are generally good college hoops days.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of great games today. Tennessee's at Kentucky today. Purdue and Michigan.
Well, don't forget women's one-on-one.
What?
Well, that's now. That's that time of our sporting calendar where we really focus on one-on-one women's basketball.
No one even cares about women's regular college basketball anymore.
They're
remember?
playing with that weird blue ball.
That doesn't matter.
Looks like they're playing with a beach ball.
That doesn't matter.
Oh, it's fun.
But I'm going to watch a new show. I'm going to find something that has nothing to do with my wife wants me to watch A Handmaid's Tale. What? But it seems very depressing and very heavy. Have you watched it?
I have. It's been out a couple years.
What do you think of it?
It's a a dystopic future tale that there's women that are breeders.
That's hot.
Well,
okay. Is it good?
It's interesting.
Okay,
but it comes to you
Is it depressing?
It comes to you with a very definite perspective.
Do you suffer from man guilt because of it?
Well, you will suffer from man guilt, and then there's the political bent side of things. So
Yeah,
you're looking at.
I don't like
it's a
watching shows that
veiled-
make me feel guilty for being a man
no.
or for being white.
It will make you feel guilty for wearing a red baseball cap.
Okay,
it's that kind of thing. It does come to you from a perspective, and if you don't share that perspective, you're certainly not going to like this.
Okay.
5 seasons.
Yeah, it was around for a minute.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I might try it out.
It was a product of Trump.
I might
No,
try.
I'm not kidding you. It's a veiled kind of.
Like I've heard nothing but positive, like
Yeah,
from actual, like how the show is done. Like I hear it's a very well made show.
Is it on the Hulu?
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
It stars that what's her name? The blonde haired
Osborne?
actress. What's her name?
June Osborne or Serena Joy?
I must be Osborne. When you see her, you'll recognize her.
Yeah,
Okay.
she looks.
Is she hot?
Well, yeah.
Is there boobies in this show?
Not the kind that you'd enjoy.
Not fun boobies?
No.
That sucks.
No.
Never mind.
I mean, I'm all about a nipple, but no.
It's just
Rotten
not.
Tomatoes has 83%.
Yeah, it's intense. You're not going to be giggling.
No,
I'm not
I
going
didn't
to make you
think so.
chortle.
I didn't think so. I didn't think it was like a. I was told it's heavy.
Yeah,
it's heavy, but it's good. And I just watched that American Primeval, which was pretty heavy.
You finished it?
Oh yeah, it's very good, man. It's very good. And I watched I rewatched the first 2 seasons of Reacher because season 3 starts February 25th.
I wonder how much they're going to be pulling off of books for this.
I think all these are based on
one
books.
book that they do for the whole season.
Well, yeah, because I know the season 1 is the exact same as the first book, the Killing Floor book.
Right. I want them to do the one with the missile silos in Nebraska.
Okay.
Get the title of that book. But that was my favorite
I don't know. I don't know which one's coming up, but I'm eager to find out.
Yeah, that's one of the better series
that
working.
show.
It is.
I like him. I like that actor. He, in both seasons, he got a hot chick both times.
Yep.
He's Jack
That's
Reacher.
Sheriff Roscoe.
Yeah, he got Roscoe the first time, and then he got that gal from his army unit the second time. She was something. Yeah.
You look at the difference between the series and then Tom Cruise playing the same dude in a movie.
Yeah, it doesn't
He's
work.
like 5 foot.
Yeah, because the whole point of Reacher in the books is that he's a giant.
Yeah.
A genuine badass that lives off the grid and does right.
But
does good.
So Tom Cruise can't be a giant. No matter, like,
You can't fake that.
even if you put him with like a bunch of Oompa Loompas.
He's better off just hanging on.
As long
to
as
a
he's
plane
running. If he's running, it's a good movie.
or on a bike.
Mike says Elizabeth Moss is who you're talking
That's who
about.
it is. That's who it is.
He says she has struggle face, beautifully challenged.
Well said. Struggle face. Good point. That's kind of like Distant Beauty.
And then Tarek says Ozark. I've seen Ozark. Yeah, that's a great show.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great show. Yeah, there's not a lot of shows I haven't seen. Although you're watching Dexter. I've never seen Dexter.
It was a good start.
Really?
I'm because there's so many seasons.
You're taking a break.
Well, no, I watch it periodically.
Okay.
I started watching the one out now where he's a teenager, where they go back.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right, yeah, I've heard
That's
that
the
too.
reason that got me to watch this one because I felt like
I saw the original and I couldn't.
I wouldn't know what was going on.
I didn't feel it.
Going back to Primordial,
American Primeval.
The best part about that whole 5 episodes is the dude that walks around half scalped the entire movie.
Yeah.
With those giant Frankenstein stitches.
Yeah, it's hardcore, man.
Man, get a hat.
That's what I would do.
Go put on a hat, man.
Or a wig.
Some kind of headband. Hide that. Dude, I know it's the Wild West, but have some decorum.
Making people want to throw up.
I mean, come on.
Imagine the smell.
Even the Mormons don't want to see that.
Yeah, they're like that, dude. That looks bad, man.
That looks awful.
That
Put
looks
some
bad.
salve on that. That's all.
Put on a turban, maybe, or
grow your hair over it.
Anything. That's bad. All right. When we come back, we'll give away some Los Lonely Boys tickets, and we'll talk about some of these college hoops games going on tonight. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got to tell you about Karbach Brewing. That's right. We love us some Karbach. Oh, we're supposed to. That's what we got to do when we come back. Also, we got to call Eric. because Eric joins us at 8:30 on Tuesdays, on this Tuesday anyway, to talk about these beers. And we had the Dunkels and Dragons last night, which was outstanding, or 2 nights ago. Super Bowl Sunday was outstanding. I liked the Hop Elected. Did you try that non-alcoholic beer yet?
It's sitting comfortably in my fridge.
Oh, you were supposed to talk about it today, Rob. This was your big time to talk about it. That's the thing about non-alcoholic beer. There's no occasion. You could just drink it whenever you want. You can drink it in church.
I had no. I'm not sure my Baptist church be happy.
I think they're cool with that. It's NA. It's like drinking a sody pop.
I'll try it out Sunday.
It's like drinking a sody pop. But guys, all the beers in their lineup. There's something for everybody, and obviously the Crawford Bock, Ziegenbach, the Hopadillo, the Love Street, which is their best seller. Something for everybody, and like I said, they're in all the stores. They're in all the liquor stores and the grocery stores, but they're at most bars and restaurants too. If you're not aware of that, chances are good your favorite watering hole has some Karbach on tap. So when you're out and about, you're drinking a beer, go ahead and ask your bartender, please make it a Karbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a trouble spot on 410 eastbound Northwest Military Highway around the Castle Hills area. This wreck is only one lane open. 35 southbound Olympia Parkway on down to 1604 through Selma. That's road work. Various lanes are blocked. About a 15-minute travel time. Slow from Schwab Road. On 35 on the frontage road, southbound Olympia Parkway, still working that wreck. And downtown, I-10 lower level, northbound 35 to North Frio Street. This wreck has only one lane getting by. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. We all got a thing. Yes, even you. If you love fashion, car parts, trading cards, whatever you're into, it's on eBay. So go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love.
Are you annoyingly inattentive? Do you watch a movie and then ask a zillion questions because you weren't paying attention? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone. Or mattressfirm.com for details.
I'm at a smoothie bar asking people if they'd switch smoothies with me for $574.
Oh, I'll switch.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
That's a headache.
Nope, it's painless.
Oh, so it's easy money.
Yep, check Allstate first and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online.
Uh-huh.
I read that black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Vamos. Morning Huddle 94.1. We got our guy on? All right, let's not waste any more time. We'll give away some Los Lonely Boys tickets when we're done talking to Eric. Joining us now on the Buyers Barricade guest line is the brewmaster, the brewmeister even, of Karbach Brewing, our good friends over at Karbach. Eric Warner joins us. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, AJ. Hey, Rob, what's going on?
Not
Good,
much.
brother.
What's the difference between a brewmaster and meister? Same thing?
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, Meister's just the German word for master. That's all.
But now, is head brewer the Americanized version of it? Or like, do you like to be called the brewmeister?
I would.
Oh,
would
yeah,
too.
yeah. The brewmeister is like the head coach, and the head brewer is kind of like your offensive coordinator.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so you're the real deal. You're not some schlub.
I'm the real deal, man.
But you're
Something
mostly like a.
that.
Are you like a Mike Tomlin type head coach? Like you're just a motivator, and you're kind of you let your brewmasters kind of do their your head brewers do their things, and you're hands off. You're just if they f up, you put it on them, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not calling plays, that's for sure. I let those guys call the plays. They're good at what they do. They do their thing. And no, actually, I'm technically, guys, I'm like brewmaster emeritus.
Because you're like semi-retired, right?
Yeah. We actually have an awesome brewmeister now, Mitch Sikolas. We'll get him on one of these days, and he's really the guy pulling all the strings. So I'm sort of I don't know, up in the front office, lending.
You're like Pat Riley.
Well, so
you're Pat Riley.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, okay, so you're Pat Riley, and your head brewer comes to you and says, "I've got an idea for a recipe," and you go, "That's crazy, man. We can't do that." And
No,
he has
Eric
to convince
doesn't say
you.
that.
Well, no, he
Eric
has to
just says,
convince
"Okay,
you,
do
like,
it."
yes, we can do that. I can source the ingredients to do this. Are you the guy that goes,
Yeah, you know,
okay.
every once in a while I got to play the trump card or something, but these guys are well trained, they're good at what they do, and we have a very collaborative process when it comes to coming up with new brews. So usually by the time we get to the sketching it out, you know, everybody's kind of thought through the details, and but yeah, there's always little surprises that happen.
From
along
thought
the
to
way where
bottle,
you have to
from
make-
idea to brew. What's the normal time frame? You have an idea for a new flavor, a new strain or whatever. How long till I'm drinking it in a can?
You know, that could be a solid 6 months,
Yeah.
man, because each pilot batch we do takes about 4 weeks, right? Because the fermentation is the longest part of the process, and that takes, 3 to 4 weeks fermentation and aging, and then you got to taste it, and then you want to kind of do some shelf stability tests on it. So real long feedback loops, and so yeah, it can take 6 months plus for sure.
They have like science labs all over their brewery. Like, they're checking for bacteria and things like that.
In all honesty, that sounds really fast. 6 months sounds ridiculously
Eric
fast.
and I have made a couple of beers together, and 6 months is about, and that's just for like a small batch.
Yeah.
And that's about the right amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, it ideally it would be longer, Rob, for sure. But you know, the market and consumer tastes are always evolving, and you want to be that guy to kind of get first to market, you know, with a new idea. So, but again, you know, like AJ said, we have a small system that we can do, like 10 kegs at a time, and then we can brew our next size up, which is, like 150 kegs worth of beer at a time. And then if something really takes off, we're brewing, 1,000 plus kegs at a time of that. So to get into that full swing of things once you're up and running, yeah, that's a year for sure.
Well, Eric, Rob drank all of the I got one, but Rob hoarded the Dunkels and Dragons.
Yes. And,
but he was a big fan of that. I did something very wise, Eric. On Super Bowl Sunday, I would have a Hoplectic, and then in between my Hoplectics, I was drinking the free and easy non-alcoholic beer to hydrate my body so that way I wasn't hammered at the end of the night. I was perfectly hydrated.
You're growing up, man. I'm proud of you. And the thing was, it's like, gosh, you could have just stuck with the full strength because that game was over, midway through the second quarter. So, but what do you think of the both of those beers? I mean, I know you've had the free and easy IPA before, but what do you think of the Hoplectic?
I love the Hoplectic. It feels like we've had that recipe before, I feel, or something very similar to it, but it's very good. The free and easy, I was surprised because it tastes just like beer. Like it is normally.
It is the most nondescript, non-alcoholic beer can you will ever see.
Yeah,
I had
Rob
to look
grabbed one. I had to tell him.
There's no alcohol in this?
Yeah, he was very disappointed. But it doesn't. You can't tell unless you read it on the can. But yeah, I was surprised at how much it tasted like just a regular wheat beer.
Yeah. So you were drinking the wit.
Yeah, that's what they sent to us. But yeah, it was. I was surprised at how normally if you drink an NA beer, you can kind of tell immediately you're drinking an NA beer, and I couldn't tell. So I
think when you're coming up with beers like that, there's two things you want to do, right? You want to find something that's, kind of maybe a lighter style, like trying to do, I know you're a huge barrel-aged stout guy, big imperial stout guy. Like, you're never going to be able to replicate that because the body is so big and the alcohol actually contributes to the body. So wheat beers are kind of lighter beers anyway. And then second, when you've got the coriander and orange peel going on too, those additional flavors can kind of mask some of the deficiencies that, are there because of the lack of alcohol. So those are kind of the two things you want to have in mind when you design an NA beer.
All right. Well, what's coming up this month for you guys? What's going on at the brewery? What do you guys have cooking in the tanks? What can we expect from you guys coming up?
Yeah. So Hoplectic is now out and about. Rob, I'm so glad they were able to.
Yes,
being
sir.
a dark beer guy, they were able to get some of that Dunkels and Dragons for you. But yeah, Hoplectic's in full swing. And, just like we talked about last time, we've got the Ziegfest at the brewery this Saturday, the 15th. Tickets are still available at just go to KarbachBrewing.com and you can get your tickets. And we've got Tanner Usry and William Clark Green as the two headliners. But if you're not wanting to venture over to Houston and make the trek, if you're headed out to the San Antonio Rodeo, you can go by the HEB Taste of Texas tent, and you can sample yourself some Karbach beers there.
Let's go.
Go ahead, HEB, doing it right.
Yeah.
Need some more shelf space. Come on now.
Yeah, now beer sampling.
right.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, Eric. Well, listen, man, we appreciate the care package as always.
Yes, thank you.
And appreciate you taking some time for us. How'd you feel about the Super Bowl? Were you glad to see the Chiefs lose?
Well, as I call it, somewhat politically incorrectly, that was my inverse Sophie's Choice Bowl. Like, I wanted both those teams to lose. And but as a Broncos fan, slight lean towards the Eagles, and I just wanted a good game, which of course we didn't get. And because the game was so bad, the party I was at, we just started talking, so I didn't see any of the ads, but I heard they were generally pretty lame.
Yeah.
There was one where a giant tongue took over, and that was kind of hot.
And they dressed Seal up as a seal.
Yeah, but and one guy's hat.
Okay, I'll have to go back and watch a couple of those.
One guy's head turned into a cowboy hat.
Was that the one with I shouldn't be saying this, but our company, obviously the Ultra ad was kind of cute, but it wasn't that great. But and then I kind of like the Eugene Levy one with the mustache. I know some people didn't like that one, but I like him, and I thought that was kind of clever.
With the when James Harden's mustache came off?
Brutal.
Yeah.
Did you see that with the Pringles mustache? James Harden looks crazy.
That was good too. Yeah.
Oh, all right, Eric Warner, the Brewmeister Emeritus from Karbach. We appreciate the time, man. We'll talk to you next month. See what you guys got going on then.
Thanks, fellas. Have a good one.
There you go. That is Eric Warner.
I want to apply to be the can art designer. They have cool cans.
Well, then why would they hire you?
That's what I'm saying. Well, I might ruin them, but they've got cool cans.
Yeah. Let's do something wonderful and give something to the people. That's what I like to do. I'm a man of the people. Let's give away Los Lonely Boys tickets. February 16th. That is coming up on what, Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday night.
You're
off on Monday. It's President's Day.
Yeah, it's President's Day, which apparently we're off for President's Day. Who would have thought?
Right?
Yep.
I'll be out of town because I'll be officiating a wedding.
And I'm out Friday, remember?
Oh, yes.
I got a long weekend, didn't realize it.
4-day weekend
you're taking
coming
4
from
days
Vic Brown?
off? Vic, is your anniversary Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
That's so smart. What are you talking about? If I had to do over, I would correspond my anniversary with a major holiday. Oh, you'll never forget it.
Yeah, 18 years married legally and 26 years together.
And you're knocking out 2 holidays with one. It's the best way
maybe
to get
so.
married on February the 14th.
And
man.
it falls on a day before payday.
But you know what sucks about it?
And
it's hard to get a dinner reservation.
Yeah.
There's flowers cost double what they normally cost.
Still, I'm only having to celebrate one holiday instead of 2.
Yeah, I don't buy her flowers. We just go eat lunch. We eat a good lunch.
Well, think about it. If you have an anniversary and Valentine's Day, that's 2 nights. Now you only got to deal with one.
Well, it's true, but you still got to get reservations.
I'd rather only have to do it once.
And Vic's smart. He does lunch.
And normally I remember it's my anniversary the morning of.
That's why he's taking the day off. What are you going to eat for lunch?
We might go to Saltgrass.
Something like soup, salad.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Got a carbo load.
He's going to get like a
huge cheat meal.
He's going to get a medium well steak.
Yeah.
And just burn it.
Just give me a cow.
Yeah. All right. Let's go caller number 7. You'll win tickets to go see Los Lonely Boys on Sunday. There you go. Caller 7 is the winner of those tickets. All right. We've only got 1 hour of programming left for you today. I did want to hit up some of these basketball games, get your thoughts on them. Maybe we'll save that for next segment. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be enough time. I don't know.
I can tell you this as we go to break. Anybody who watched the Lakers play last night, be very concerned.
What do you mean?
That the Lakers.
Oh, because they're good?
In this league, if those dudes can play like that on a regular basis, they're a threat.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, not just kind of a threat. What we saw last night, those 2 healthy cats, the way they played last night, the Lakers are legitimate out of the West.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. We were complaining about the Super Bowl. The audience for the Super Bowl, the average audience was 126 million viewers.
It's a pretty good number.
On Fox, Deportes, Telemundo, and streamed on Tubi, as well as NFL digital platforms. That includes Nielsen's early numbers and the streaming data. Updated and more complete numbers are expected later on today, but that would be, if it does hold up, a record audience. The audience peaked at 135.7 million during the second quarter, and early data projects that 14.5 million watched on streaming platforms. 13.6 of those were on Tubi, where the game was available for free.
That's a much bigger number than I expected.
Yeah.
Lots of device viewing.
And Nielsen is measuring out-of-home viewers for all states but Hawaii and Alaska. This is the first year they're doing that. It was previous just the top 44 media markets, which covered 65% of the country. Now they're doing it everywhere but Hawaii and Alaska. So if you've got a smart TV or whatever the case is, they're going to be able to get all that information. Of course, it wasn't much of a game, but how many people were tuned in to see Taylor? How many people were tuned in to see Trump? I don't know, but they couldn't be that many people tuned in to watch the game.
It is proof yet again that they are by far the biggest sport in the Western Hemisphere.
Well,
I mean, there's just nothing even close. And you can offer that kind of product, and the viewership in the fourth quarter was still that strong.
There was a time, so this is the third straight year the Super Bowl had over 100 million viewers. 4 of the 5 games prior to that had fallen short of 100 million because of cord cutting. The 2021 Super Bowl, Tampa and Kansas City, was 95.2 million, the game's lowest TV-only average since 2007. But now that people are able to watch it anyway, even once you've cut the cord, you can still watch it for free. People are back to tuning in at record numbers. So this was the NFL playoffs averaged 35.2 million viewers the first 3 weekends, which is down from last year's record 38.5 million. The regular season averaged 17.5, which was the 6th highest average in the last 30 years, but it's still a 2% decline from 2023.
All right, so let's put things in perspective. We're about to run out of time here. Super Bowl, what do you figure? We'll quantify 120 million. You figure?
126 is what they project.
126 million. Did you know that the Cricket World Cup had 2.6 billion? That's 2,000 times more viewers.
Well, that shouldn't count.
The Tour de France, 3.5 billion.
What?
FIFA World Cup, 5. We ain't even holding a candle.
Who's watching people ride bicycles?
Women's FIFA, 2 billion.
Jeez.
UEFA League Championship, 450 million. 4 times bigger than our Super Bowl.
That was just big. U.S. viewers. Maybe we're bigger overseas. Maybe we got a big audience in Cameroon.
This is worldwide viewers.
All right, we'll be back. Last hour of the program coming up. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes. Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song. Get your max tax refund guaranteed, and new customers get $100 to switch. Don't miss the boat. Book an appointment with experts today. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Guys, if you're feeling tired or low on energy, it could be your testosterone. Game Day Men's Health in Alamo Heights offers a simple 3-step process to get you back to feeling your best. Call 210-900-3691. That's Game Day Men's Health, 210-900-3691.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Summer or winter, Texas weather doesn't do anything halfway, and neither should your roofer. You need a local roofer you can trust. That is Stevens Roofing. You know, Texas roofs are not designed for freezing weather. When ice and snow melt, water seeps into the little cracks, then refreezes, creating bigger cracks. That means leaks or maybe worse. Don't wait to see what damage has occurred. Call Stevens Roofing today for a free inspection. 210-785-0994. That's 210-785-0994. For Stevens Roofing.
Divorce is tough, but you have a choice. Do you want control of the process, or are you willing to let your spouse dictate the terms? If you're serious about safeguarding your assets during a divorce, then Barton & Associates is your law firm. As the owner of Barton & Associates, I will ensure my attorneys act swiftly and decisively to protect what's rightfully yours. Be in control of your divorce. Visit TexasDivorce.com or call 210-500-0000. That's 210-5-million.
Principal Office, San Antonio.
Wow! Most cars and pickup trucks can have a ceramic film installed by the experts at Mother's Window Tint starting at just $199. That's an incredible price. If you shop around, you'll find that competitors charge hundreds of dollars more. Plus, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Mother's Window Tint offers up to 60 different film options to fit all price ranges. Since 1984, Mother's Window Tint has been known as the home of the tint and alarm special. If you're looking to enhance your vehicle security to the highest level, visit Mother's Window Tint today, where security systems start at just $3.99. Call us at 210-496-3454. That's 210-496-3454. Or visit us online at motherswindowtint.com. And remember, do it at Mothers and Save!
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. At Arasti, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-384-3434, 800-384-3434, 800-384-3434.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a trouble spot on 410 eastbound Northwest Military Highway around the Castle Hills area. This wreck is only one lane open. 35 southbound Olympia Parkway on down to 1604 through Selma. That's road work. Various lanes are blocked. About a 15-minute travel time. Slow from Schwab Road. On 35 on the frontage road, southbound Olympia Parkway, still working that wreck. And downtown, I-10 lower level, northbound 35 to North Frio Street. This wreck has only one lane getting by. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs closed a game out last night, 131-121 over the hapless Wizards. Victor Wembanyama scored 31 and grabbed 15 rebounds with 3 blocks. De'Aaron Fox added his own 30 and 6 assists. Spurs are now 23-28, return to action tomorrow in Boston. The Cowboys continue to round out their coaching staff. Schottenheimer has hired Steve Shimko. He'll become the quarterback's coach, replacing Scott Tolzien. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Final hour of the show. Congratulations to Ray Navarro. He's going to see Los Lonely Boys on Sunday. Probably take him a lady with him.
He should.
Yeah, I didn't ask him.
Why not? Sure. You don't want to get into his personal business?
No,
We don't.
Nah, I had to go to the restroom.
Try.
Oh, yeah. Rob, you haven't gone to the restroom yet, have you?
I'm going right now.
Oh, I have.
You're going right now?
Again, yeah.
Again?
Yeah, it happens once in a while.
Oh, no.
Where you think I'm done and nope, gotta go.
You've
I've been here 4 hours, dude. The train has left the station and come back home.
Really? That was quick work you made of it.
That's impressive.
The pressure builds up. It's kind of balloon popping. And that's it.
Oh, wow.
You know what
All
I mean?
right. I thought you
everything was in the waiting room.
I never thought you left for that long.
No, I mean, I left at the appropriate time. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you did.
When they When the gun went off to start the race, you already had your
There
shoes
was no
tied.
false start.
You were
I was first out of the blocks.
Right, he'd already stretched, had his shoes tied. He was ready to go.
I was done. I won that race.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. We talked about kind of a sad time in sports where NBA's kind of meh. Football's over. Hockey's gone. You said college basketball is the place to be right now.
This is by our calendar, as our sporting calendar has come together. College basketball is unique in their ability to carve out their own unique time. But there's really, I mean, the NBA doesn't get it. They're sharing it with hockey. Football sharing it with the NBA. But college basketball has found their little niche of all the sports where that's just about it.
How many teams, like, first of all, in an ideal year, how many teams do you want to have a chance to win the national title?
4 or 5, not that many.
How many do you think are there right now?
We don't have a front runner.
It feels very wide open.
There's 5 teams that have every possible ingredient, but the dish isn't cooked. And I think we're going to have a champion that we expect. The betting favorite's going to win this year. Not betting favorite, but there won't be a shocking Final Four. We're not going to have that. We're going to have 4 teams that show up in the Final Four that are appropriate. They might not be 1 seeds, but they'll be in the top 5 or 6 because this is a very middle management, lots of good teams, just not a lot of great ones. So I think by the time the teams get to the Final Four, they're going to be on streaks and they're going to be rolling hard. And 1 or 2 of them are up at the top right now, and I think one of them is going to be a surprise. I think we're going to see somebody show up in the next couple of weeks that really is going to take the rest of the country by storm.
I think the magic number is like you don't want to be outside the top 20 in offense or defense on KenPom. Like I think there's some stat where like the last 20-something winners saved maybe 1, and that was the year UConn won.
Or I was thought it might be offensively Virginia that year when they just
that was like the 1 year Virginia could shoot. But right now the teams that are in the top 20 of both, there's not a whole lot of them. Auburn is the best offensive team in the country. They are 16th in defense. Duke is 5th in offense, 4th in defense. Houston is 6th in offense, 3rd in defense.
I like that.
Tennessee's the number 4 team in KenPom overall. They're the number 1 defense, but they're 33rd in offense.
And that will be their undoing.
I think you're right. Like they can't shoot enough. Florida is 4th in offense, or 9th in defense.
They right now, if I was betting futures, Florida.
That's who you like. They're pretty damn good. Alabama 3rd in offense, 40th in defense. Now, when you play a pace like Alabama plays, sometimes it doesn't matter. You got to keep up with them, and you're going to allow scoring, but it's tough to keep up with them. Purdue 8th and 32nd in defense. Iowa State's in the top 20 of both. 18th in offense, 7th in defense. I don't know how much I trust them. Texas Tech doesn't make the cut. They're 28th in defense. Arizona's 14th and 18th. Again, not sure how much I trust them. I think that's it. That's it. It's top 20 in both offense and defense. Mm-hmm. Everybody else has a big hole, like Kansas, 39th in offense. Wisconsin, 37th defense. Gonzaga, 44th defense. Texas A&M, 36th offense. St. John's, who's got the 2nd best defense in the country, 83rd on offense. They're like offensively challenged version of Tennessee.
They are. But it's also Pitino's style. I mean, he's playing a style with the dudes that are buying in on defense but can't play it offensively. So
yeah,
they get all their buckets off of turnovers.
So I don't know how many, like, I'm pretty certain like Auburn, Duke, Houston, and Florida are the 4 teams that I look at and go, that's the 4 teams I trust the most.
Those are the ones that have every ingredient. Now, there's a couple in there. Like Auburn has the look of a team that could go out quick because they don't have – like John I is a baller, but he hasn't had to go against teams that have had a chance to kind of prep for him. And I think once he goes around this second loop, when he's going back into some gyms. I don't think his numbers are going to stay what they were. On the other side of that, though, I think their guards' numbers are going to pick up. I like their outside, the thin guard. I think that his game is going to be what carries them through. But I don't know if Jonai, and while he might be the player of the year, is the kind of guy to lift Auburn through what could be a tough conference tournament and then get a hot, 1 or a 2 seed. I don't think it's going to be the easiest road for this particular Bruce Pearl team. He's had better teams.
One thing I'll give them credit for, though, is they have played the toughest schedule in the country.
Yes, they're solid, and they come at you in such waves. If you're not prepared for them, they're going to get at you. But he's had more talented basketball teams. They're just playing really, really well and having to survive a week without John I, which helped them.
They lost their second game of the season over the weekend. They a loss at home, which Auburn doesn't lose at home, and they lost by 9 points at home to Florida.
Well,
that tells you something about Florida.
That's my odds on. They just have everything. They solid, no spectacular dudes, but everybody knows their job.
And Florida has they've had a couple. I mean, the loss at home to Mizzou was weird, and then their other 2 losses have been on the road in tough places.
Well, Missouri's a top 10 team when they lost to them,
and they lost 2 very different games. They lost a Tennessee game at Tennessee where they lost 64-44, and they lost a Kentucky game at Kentucky 106-100, where both those teams play you so differently. Kentucky's going to put you in a track meet. They couldn't keep up. Tennessee's going to make it a slog, and, I mean, they just couldn't score against Tennessee. I agree. They're very good everywhere. I think they're even more impressive defensively than offensively, even though the numbers would say differently. Not a great three-point shooting team. Not a great I don't know. I like Walter Clayton feels like a guy who, even though I don't know what kind of an NBA guy he's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a senior, which means if he was a real NBA guy, like a top level NBA guy, he'd probably already be gone.
That's not any. That used to be true, but now you can make as much money, you can stay in and guarantee a gig.
Because that's what I'm always looking for. Is I'm looking for a dude who can, like, in the tournament time, can just put the team on his shoulders and go do it.
There's more of those now than there have been in the last 15 years because of all these seniors.
And Auburn's got one in Broome. You mentioned Pettiford, who's getting better every time I see him. Duke obviously has one in Cooper Flagg. I think Houston, between I don't know that they have a dude, but between L.J. Cryer and Jawan Roberts and Arsenault and Sharp, they've got. I mean, they just beat you with volume.
I'll tell you this: if Cryer can shoot like he did last night against Baylor, Houston's a Final Four team. If Cryer can give you 16 to 18 points and half of those coming from three, they're a Final Four team. You can't beat them if he scores. You defensively, you're not going to get what you want.
And then Tennessee have Zakai Ziegler, who is fantastic, but not really a scoring guy. Mm-hmm. Like he's not. He's one of the best assist to turnover guys in the country. He's a very solid defender, especially for his size. But that means it's going to be up to the Chaz Laniers and the Miliciches to come up and get that scoring, which, again, has been kind of their bugaboo all season long. Alabama, no shortage of scoring. Texas Tech's an interesting team to me, Rob, and I don't know how
Hey, they rolled into Houston. That's all you need to tell me.
Yeah.
You go into Houston, you beat Houston, you have to be
on their floor.
Yeah.
They also they swept the Mountain Road trip in the Big 12, the Utah BYU road trip. They swept that. They got a win at what was their other good road win? Oh, at Kansas State, which is a tough place to go play. They got a win there. Anytime you've got good road wins, I tend to trust you more come tournament time. And Texas Tech's a team that I could see making something happen. And they obviously need to be healthy. JT Toppin's missed a bunch of games. He needs to get it right. Elijah Hawkins, though, is a baller. Like, they've got some dudes, man. And that's a well-coached team. Grant McCaslin's good. It's funny that losing Chris Beard, you end up with still another great coach. But I think that's kind of a dark horse team for me is Texas Tech.
Tech is Hawkins, McMillan. Those guys go, that team goes.
Some of the other schools in Texas, at Texas A&M, as good as they are on one end, I just don't.
They can't shoot either. But I'll say this: Boots is an All-American. He might not be a first team, but he is as good a guard as there is in the country, and that's enough for them to get they'll be probably a 6 seed by the time they're playing.
You're talking about Wade Taylor?
Yeah, Boots Taylor. Yeah, I'm sorry. Wade Taylor, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wade is an All-American. There's no getting around it. That's a hustling basketball team that's not going to go far in the tournament just because they can't shoot. But I wouldn't want to play them the first 2 rounds. And if you're in the SEC tournament, I wouldn't want to play them either because Buzz loves the SEC.
Yeah, they are 296th in three-point percentage. That is not good. But they are first in offensive rebound percentage.
You better be.
So when they miss them, they know where to stand.
I love playing teams that their entry pass is actually a shot.
Yeah.
Just throw it up off the glass and go get it.
I say it jokingly, but it's kind of serious. Like A&M's offense is chucking bad shots and then getting the offensive rebound and then chucking another bad shot. That's just kind of what they do. They're a poor three-point shooting team. They're a horrific free throw shooting team.
But they make you do dumb stuff.
It's true. And like if you give the ball away, they will punish you for it. And they tend to turn teams over. And
you know what I'd like to see is what is the team's records after they play A&M. I'd like to see what teams look like the next game after A&M, because A&M comes at you like a swarm of wasps. I mean, they just never ease up. They're a poor man's Houston.
Well, I can't say it for everybody, but I know after Texas played A&M, Texas went to Ole Miss and lost. I know that after Kentucky beat A&M, they played Alabama and lost. So they're maybe I'd have to go through everybody, but I do know
something about the style.
Those.
It takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, I could see that. So, all right, let's hit a break. When we come back, we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I hope you woke up this morning and washed yourself clean underneath a Connecticut water-softened shower. If you did that, you are doing things appropriately. As we say around the Thompson Casa, you are buttoned up. Take care of your day. If you didn't, I want you to listen close. You probably didn't have access to the Connecticut. Maybe you didn't know a Connecticut was available to you. Well, it is, and right now is the time to take advantage of the water softener that you need and the one you want, all rolled up into one. See, Connecticut is designed and built in the United States. It's the most efficient water softener you can buy. They've got the awards to prove that. But most importantly, the way it's designed is most appropriate for the kind of water you deal with here in Central and South Texas. The water coming out of our aquifer, man, it makes some good sweet tea, some good light beer. But I'll tell you what, there's some stuff in there you don't want in your pipes, and you certainly don't want it on your skin, and even less so in your water, in your drinking, and in your body, or in your dog's bowl for that matter. What you put into your body matters, and Connecticut takes care of that from the moment the water enters your house. See, the way it works is unique. It doesn't plug in. It works off kinetic energy. It saves you on salt. It saves you on energy, and at the end of the day, it saves you on appliances and plumbers and all the other stuff that goes along with bad water. So here's what you do. If you'll write this number down, 656-PURE, you can call them today, and they'll come out and put a Connecticut in your home for a couple months. You'll find out what I'm talking about. But if you'll buy, when you do, there's some money in it for your old water softener. You might not like it, but they can use the parts. And then there's great financing to go along with it. And on top of that, a reverse osmosis drinking station is just a part of the plan. I paid for it. You're going to get it for free. Now, what do you do to get that? Call 656-PURE today, and they're going to come out and put a Connecticut in your home. And you don't even have to decide then. Give them 90 days, and you can call them and go ahead and make the deal that I did and get that free osmosis drinking station. 656-PURE is the number you need. ConnecticutSA.com is where you need to go for all the details. Hey, listen close. If it's time to get a Connecticut, it is right now. Call them today. Get yourself the very best, and you can come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your commute on 410 northbound at Ingram, that's a wreck right lane. About a 10-minute delay has you slow from 151. On I-10 eastbound UTSA Boulevard, some debris in the roadway, right lane. 35 southbound FM 1103 on down to 410 should take you about 10 minutes or so. And downtown, 35 lower level, southbound Main Street to just past Cesar Chavez. That is road work, roadway reduced to one lane, and it's causing about a 15-minute travel time. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers, and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carats are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Take the guesswork out of buying and selling your home with Orchard. Hi, Jason Minix here from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Will your home sell in time? Which upgrades are worth it? Can you keep your home show ready with a busy life? Orchard has all the answers. With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, you can buy your new home before selling your old one. It's simple. Orchard gives you an equity advance, unlocking cash to buy your new home first. That's right, you don't have to wait for your old place to sell. You can move in right away. And no more rushing out for showings or constant cleaning, because Orchard sells your old home after you've settled into your new home. Orchard even handles repairs and improvements at no out-of-pocket cost to you. Their local pros know which upgrades bring you the most money, so you sell for top dollar. Buy before you sell and skip the selling hassles with Orchard. Start your free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Morning Huddle 94.1.
It's a big country. You like this song?
No. You guys sometimes the music you play reminds me of how old you are.
Yeah. Yeah, we bought this when it was new.
Yeah, I'm against this music.
This is when MTV really didn't know what to do, so if you made a video, you got to play it.
Yep.
That's all you had to do.
That basically, I think this might have been like video of the year in like 84 or 85.
What?
Big country, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this.
It's a different
It's the song and the band are the same name.
Big Country?
You got to appreciate that.
Yeah. Big Country's the band.
But it's also the name of the song.
In a big country.
In a big country.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have this 45.
Do you? You paid money for it?
Hey, this was
79 cents at Kmart.
That sucks. Sorry, man.
He was putting on his mixtape.
Yeah. You know those little yellow things you put in the 45? Bought those two at the time. I remember weird stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this is weird. All right. I like to take a look at the world outside of sports in this segment every day and see what's going on. Because, I mean, listen, we've got a whole sports show. And you might be thinking, well, what else? Is sports? Is that all there is? Is sport? No, there's other stuff. There's really important things going on in the world.
Yeah.
For instance, a police officer in England is facing a misconduct hearing for breaching standards of professional behavior between 2020 and 2023. They're going to wait until the summertime to actually have this misconduct hearing. I'm not sure why they're waiting so long.
So it can't be that egregious. We're worried about it, but not till. Yeah.
But between 2020 and April of 2023, Ben Jeffries, who was an officer, made multiple inappropriate and discourteous comments to multiple colleagues on various occasions.
So it was to fellow cops?
Yes.
Okay.
These included sexual remarks that were motivated by race and sexuality. He's also accused of taking an inappropriate image of himself on a female colleague's phone before sending an unsolicited inappropriate picture to the same colleague using WhatsApp. He's accused of making multiple inappropriate and discourteous comments to two colleagues, including comments about a female's sexuality and inappropriate sexual remarks. And finally, the main culprit was he allegedly broke wind on a female colleague's face in November of 2021.
Sounds like a sitcom. What? I think this is a made-for-Netflix sitcom. Crazy cop on the beat.
Son, how'd you lose your cop job, son? Mom, I farted on Officer McNeely over here.
Sorry.
Well, this doesn't tell me much about the force. I mean, they can't even police themselves.
Seriously.
Where's this?
In England.
Oh.
I farted on her. It was just a little one.
Well, you have to be able to do that because they can't carry guns. He has to be loaded for bear.
Just a tiny one. I don't know what she's complaining about. It was nothing to write home about.
He put a D-pic on with somebody else's phone?
Yeah. It's like he picked up her phone and snapped it and left it there for her. Like,
I want to party with that cowboy.
Maybe change it to her wallpaper. I don't know.
Is he in trouble?
Well, he's facing this misconduct thing. We'll see. There's a chance he's going to be fired.
Wow. Well, he's still on the beat, though.
Well, for now. I mean, yeah, he's a cop.
I mean, he's
what
a good cop. I mean, he's stopping crime.
So they have to identify it to make sure it's his?
Well, there's
the
Scotland Yards has experts to identify fart.
Well, like in Porky's, remember?
Well, yeah, they have experts that can identify certain things on a man's genitalia.
Can you prove that was my fart on your face?
Well, MI5, those guys.
Is there DNA in your eyelashes?
Sherlock Yard, there's all kinds of modern techniques.
That's all.
Can you DNA a fart?
I guess you could. Yeah, it leaves dust.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's not how I'm going to get caught.
Nope.
I've got bad news. The monkeys in Florida.
All of them?
I don't know all of them. A lot of them, though, have herpes. And they can pass herpes on to humans.
Yeah. I got some bad news, baby. I got the monkey herpes.
Pro tip. Pro tip for all you guys out there in Florida who your wife, your girlfriend finds out, hey, I got herpes. How the hell did I get this? No longer should you use the toilet seat excuse. Now you say, I was attacked by a monkey.
Got the monkey herpes. Isn't there monkey pox?
There is monkey pox. Now, these monkeys are called rhesus macaques.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
Macaques. They were originally brought to Florida by the manager of a glass-bottom boat operation who released 6 on an island in Silver River to attract tourists. However, the monkeys swam away from the island into the surrounding forest, breeding and increasing their numbers over the years.
Breeding. It's the herpes.
The numbers in Silver Spring State Park have reached as high as 400, and trapping and removal efforts have kept them from getting out of hand. But nowadays, these monkeys can be found kind of throughout the state, but they do pose a threat to public health as these monkeys have tested positive for herpes B. This viral infection is extremely rare, but it can lead to severe brain damage or even death. The virus can be transmitted by these monkeys through bites, scratches, or contact with bodily fluids. Do not ingest monkey fluid. That's my warning to you.
But if you do,
go see a doctor.
Talk about a trip.
Probably go see a mental doctor as well. Like you see a real doctor, but then see a doctor to see if you're a lunatic. Do you see these monkeys regularly? Or are they like is this? I didn't know there were.
Well, we got our own monkeys in South Texas, down in Dilley. We got about 500-600.
Just roaming free?
Yeah, there's a monkey sanctuary down there.
Well, that's a sanctuary.
Well,
They're not.
I mean, yeah, but they're
not all over. Like they're high fenced in. They can't get out and just run amok.
Well, the problem is with monkeys, a fence. You really need a cage.
That's
true. A fence is really just an impediment. They can climb. We figured that out after we put them in the cage, and we went back the next day, and they were all gone. We didn't have a roof on our.
Oh man.
No, they're down there. Yeah. We got about 1,000 snow monkeys and.
Wasn't there one off of 410 at one time?
Well, for a lot of those monkeys ended up down there. That was over on Southwest Research, right over there by Holmes High School.
That's where
down there. You used to be able to drive down 410, and you could see the monkeys in the cages.
Yeah.
Well, those monkeys had all kinds of stuff done to them. I mean, you could call it immoral, but they were doing all kinds of stuff to them. And when they were retired, some of them ended up down in Dilley. Down in Dilley, Texas.
Dilley.
Got 4,000 people and 1,000 monkeys.
And a famous bar.
Not Gillies.
The Dilley Bar.
Oh, Dilley Bar.
Yeah. You get
Dairy Queen just grabbed that and
That's
ran
right.
with it.
Very wise of them. An arrest has been made in Huntsville, Alabama. The police say they noticed a car on the road that appeared to have been in an accident. So the officer pulled the driver over. He is 63-year-old Russ Crumbly.
That's a made-up name.
No, that's a real name, Russ Crumbly. And following a preliminary investigation, probable cause was developed for Crumbly's arrest. It was apparent that he was drunk, which, that happens every once in a while. He was transported to jail, but has since been bonded out. Crumbly is sort of in Alabama, apparently, the famous, every state has one, it seems, most cities have one, a famous DUI attorney. Who's going to get you out of your DUI? Russ Crumbly, that's who.
That guy. Okay, good TV lawyer.
Russ Crumbly sounds like he'd be the lawyer on The Simpsons.
That's what I'm saying. That's a made-up name. That's a
Russ
Simpsons
Crumbly,
lawyer.
attorney at law.
Yes.
But yeah, Russ Crumbly is like the
DWI dude.
He's the DWI dude in Huntsville, Alabama. So is he going to represent himself? I don't know.
Well, if you do, you have a fool for a client.
I would say so. Yeah, that's but he's either going to have a fool client or a fool lawyer, one way or the other. Because
I object.
I've checked to your objection.
The witness is hostile. It's you.
I'm not sure if you're going to have car sex, I don't know where the best place is. It's not broad daylight in front of a Wendy's on a busy highway where there's motorists passing by. Like you might want to find like some shade.
Oh, don't you have dark tinted windows?
Yeah, no, these people did not.
Well, I've really not felt the need in the Wendy's parking lot, but
we got to do it.
A good call would maybe be like
Frosty, maybe.
Well, like if you were going to do it in public, where would you do it at? Like, would you do it in your car, presumably, or?
Well, I know that can be done.
It can be done. And you know what? If you were doing it on the car, okay. What about on the ground behind the bus stop in front of the Wendy's?
Nope.
That's a girl you can take home to mom, I tell you that.
I'll be honest.
Where'd you meet? At a Wendy's.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the picture.
Oh, please.
Oh, here we go.
And I want you to quickly tell me, are we sure there's a girl in this story?
Oh, good Lord.
What the heck?
What's your defense? Look at her. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. I would have never done that, officer.
Really? No. Seriously?
I would have never.
It looked like me, but I
wouldn't bang her with your thing.
I have standards.
No way.
But she did have an extra $1 for the value meal.
Demetria Wilson and Timario Morel. Demetria is 53 years old. Timario is 29.
May-December romance.
But Demetria Wilson, unencumbered by pants, was on her right side with her buttocks facing her partner. Timerio, his pants were pulled down, and he was in a turgid state as he repetitively...
I'm going to have to look this up. Spell that for me.
Turgid.
Again, never Google happy baby.
As he repetitively...
Turgid.
Quote,
he's swollen and distended state.
Engaged with Wilson.
Oh, God, I just got a mental picture. I wish I didn't know what turgid meant.
The couple was busted, charged with performing an unnatural and lascivious act. Wilson and Merrill, both of whom have lengthy rap sheets, remain locked up in lieu of, respectively, $150 and $500 bond. If you can't get bonded out for $150,
oh yeah,
I'm not banging you in front of a Wendy's. If you can't come up with $150, you can't even get a value meal.
Or Frosty.
Where is this?
This is in Clearwater, Florida. In a shocking development. Clearwater, Florida.
He's caught in a turgid situation.
Finally, a 7-Eleven customer is, and this is also in Florida, has battered a store clerk. Katavia Turner got into a verbal altercation. She's 22 years old. She's a dancer of the naked variety. She works at Baby Dolls, a Clearwater gentleman's club.
I think there's one here. There used to be.
Sounds familiar.
They exchanged derogatory comments towards each other, and at one point, Turner became irate, picked up a banana from the cashier counter, and struck the victim in the face. It hit him on the cheekbone. It left a minor abrasion. The banana was not seized as evidence, but she has been charged with battery with a banana. This is, banana can now be art. It can now be a deadly weapon. She was also arrested for resisting and giving cops a false name when they responded to a trespass call at Baby Dolls. That was when she was busted on that when she got nailed for the banana battery. But she was also in trouble for violating probation in connection with a grand theft conviction in a neighboring county. She stole $800 worth of stuff from a Walmart, and she's been previously cited for failing a pretrial intervention program, as well as not performing her 75 hours of community service or paying her court fines. Wow. So, yeah, that's
how big was the banana?
Just a normal-sized banana, I believe.
Was it a
normal-sized banana?
Because plantains I find threatening.
Those are awful.
Which, by the way, that was the second in 2 weeks of sex on the sidewalk, the bus stop sex in Florida. Key West, apparently Key West, like, they kind of, if you're doing bad stuff in Key West, they just kind of look the other way.
There's a lot of weird stuff there.
Yeah. But if you're having sex on a sidewalk on the main road through town at 4:30 in the morning, apparently they'll arrest you. Last Tuesday, cops were driving on a 2-lane stretch of Route 1 where they spotted a woman bent over in front of a man who was thrusting his hips back and forth.
Was he turgid? While
the couple was situated in front of a pet grooming business. The two subjects continued intercourse until I activated my emergency lights. And in the glow of the cruiser, William Janot put his penis back inside his pants, and Diane Clausen put her dress down. She was disheveled with her bodysuit undone. They were both arrested for committing lascivious acts in a public place and booked into jail.
Have you ever been to Key West?
No.
They have a party called Fantasy Fest.
Uh-huh.
Key West.
That I think sex on the sidewalk is probably expected.
Well, police records list Janot's address as Whitehall, Michigan, but he recently began a job with a Key West yacht company. Clausen works as a server in Key West and is also a licensed esthetician.
Yeah, so just earning a tip.
And is listed as a facial specialist.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Wow.
Bow!
So.
No.
Oh. he like the guy was like, oh, a facial specialist, huh? Let's try it out. And then the cop showed up, and he's like, I
thought that was an OnlyFans title.
I didn't even get to the end. All right, when we come back, we'll take a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
How you feeling this morning? Hope you're not in pain. I hope there's not something keeping you out of life. So many of us deal with, maybe it's a frozen shoulder, a bad back, or you got a bad knee that just won't let you do the things you want. Or it's those little things like sore feet or the tension headaches that just hold on to you all day long. If you're dealing with those, you don't have to. You don't have to live in pain. There's a fix out there. It's called Arasti. Now, Arasti is a method of getting you out of pain. You achieve the Arasti certification after you're already a medical professional. So those that offer you Arasti treatments are already physical therapists, chiropractors, general practitioners, the like. To achieve an Arasti certification is to go above and beyond, to have master's level training in getting you out of pain. And the reason the training is required is because how it's done. See, it's not like most doctors. Most of the time, they'll walk into a doctor, you say you're in pain, they're going to hand you a pill. They're going to give you some kind of long-term treatment program to hope to solve, well, not the problem so much as the symptom. Arasti attacks the problem and the symptoms goes away. I'm a classic example of that. Had lower back issues most of my adult life. I went to Arasti. I found out the problem was in my hamstrings. It just manifested in my back. Fixed the problem, the pain went away. And that can be for you. So when you go to an Arasti provider, they're going to give you a full evaluation. They accept most insurances. They're going to find the problem. They're going to treat it fast. And they're not going to use medications or surgery to fix it. They're going to let your body do it itself. And let me tell you, it works. Under 4 visits is the average to get you back in the game. I am living proof of that. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Call them today. The number is 1-800-404-6050. The website is arasti.com. You can go there, find a map of all the providers. I bet there's one less than 10 minutes from where you are right now. Pain's around there. Don't let it keep you from doing things that you want to do. Call Arasti today. They're going to fix you, and when they do, come on by and thank me later.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like... Wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Are you annoyingly inattentive? Do you watch a movie and then ask a zillion questions because you weren't paying attention? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help. For details.
Hear that? The sound of adorable little birds in your garden. And if you were here, you'd taste the 2 sweet but tiny tomatoes you grew all by yourself. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens when you're riding your motorcycle, protected by Progressive, on your way to the store for a pack of normal-sized tomatoes. So if you ride, switch to Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer, without getting your hands dirty. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. And I made up my mind.
She's dead now.
Oh, yeah.
Tawny Katane.
I ain't wasting no more time. How'd she die?
She fell off the hood of a Firebird.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh. I just remember the video.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And I'm gonna hold on for the rest of my days. 'Cause I know what it means. Oh, yeah, baby. To walk alone with all these faded dreams. Boom, 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 boom. Here I go again on my own. This is Cher now. Going down the only road I've ever known.
See, you dog. Big Country. And the only thing about this song is a girl on a Firebird and big hair.
What?
That's it.
Yeah. That's what I remember.
That's all that this song was.
And she was
about.
wearing white.
And it was made, this song would have been nothing but for the video.
Yeah.
But for
How
her.
could you say that?
I speak the truth.
How could you say that?
Tawny Katane reached her high point at in the movie Bachelor Party.
David
Oh,
Coverdale?
yeah, that's right. She was. Was she Tom Hanks?
With Tom Hanks.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
David Coverdale is he's a sex god. I think we all know that. That's why almost all songs about all songs from Whitesnake, if you look at them, they all either say there's like the word is love in there, or there's some sort of innuendo about sex.
Right.
Like David Coverdale really loved sex. Remember David Coverdale was in Deep Purple before he was in Whitesnake. And even Deep Purple, if you think about it, sounds kind of like some sex stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know? I'm just saying. All right. B. Hannon says Big Country's coming to Irving, Texas in August. You guys should go see them.
Here?
They still exist, apparently.
Yes.
I swear to God, I've never even heard that song. I've never heard of that band.
Well, they had one song. That was it. That was literally it.
Yeah.
But it was a big song.
I mean, you can't say that they're the same as Whitesnake then.
Well, how many big songs did Whitesnake?
They had more.
Did they?
Is this love that I'm feeling? Can this be love that I've been searching for? Come on, man.
Same record.
Still of the Night.
Still of the Night? Yeah,
So there's more than I thought.
Okay. How dare you? How dare you, Rob?
But see, Big Country made it on their musical abilities.
So did Whitesnake. Here I go again. Yes.
Yeah.
You guys want to go see Big Country in Irving?
No.
I didn't think so.
I didn't want to see him back then either. Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, this is like 80s rock and
Big
roll
hair
right here,
band.
baby.
This is Sunset Strip.
Yeah, these are
Big
the guys.
Hair, L.A., Rat Poison,
Yeah.
Motley Crue. That's all rolled into that.
These are the guys that God sent Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains to get rid of.
That was the reckoning.
And they did. They did.
Yes,
they were the Reaper. All right. Let's do what we always do to wrap up the show and take a look at the Daily Lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the Daily Lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
In the Association of National Basketballing, tonight is the big night, Rob. The night we've all been waiting for.
Not a lot there tonight.
No, not
Really
a lot.
not.
I mean, that's a.
I like Memphis tonight. That's about the only thing I like.
Well, the Raptors are +9 at Philadelphia. If you're into hate watching basketball, that's a game I would recommend. How about this one? Knicks -2.5 at the Pacers. Can I interest you in the Pacers as home dogs?
See, that's a strange number. I mean, the Knicks are really good, and I keep waiting. The Pacers are talented.
Pacers should be better than they have been.
Yeah, so 2.5 is a little scary to me. But the Knicks are easily better.
The Detroit Pistons against the Chicago Bulls. Pistons -5 on the road.
The Bulls are one of those teams that is in full-on tank.
They don't want to win games
Play
anymore.
into that when
I
you're
agree.
playing money.
And finally, the Grizzle of Memphis. 3.5-point road faves at the Phoenix Suns.
This is an interesting one. I
like the Grizz?
I do. They're playing really good.
I think I like the Grizz, too. Seems like they should be able to get that job done. In college basketball tonight, oh, man, do we have a full slate of college hoops action tonight in the top 25.
5 top 25 games?
Yeah, I think there's more than that. Yesterday, Houston knocked off Baylor by double digits.
I'm talking about 2 teams in the top 25.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we got
and
battles.
Clemson beheaded North Carolina last night. Number 1 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, are in Nashville to play at Vanderbilt. They are 8.5-point favorites. I'm not in the business of betting against Auburn, particularly not in the business of betting against Auburn coming off a loss. No thanks, friends.
And Vanderbilt had a good win the other day.
They have no size, though. Right. And if you don't have size, you've got no shot against Auburn. Florida is at Mississippi State. Florida's a 1.5-point road favorite. I am interested in Mississippi State here. Florida is not going to be at full strength. They're coming off their biggest win of the season. Mm-hmm. Now they're a road favorite at a very complete Mississippi State team.
Road favorite,
very well coached Mississippi State team. It's dog or pass for me. Tennessee is at Kentucky. Tennessee is a 2.5-point road favorite.
Which Kentucky is going to show up?
That's the question. I generally think that they're going to do some scoring here. The total in this game is 149.5. If this game gets to 150, Kentucky's very happy.
Yeah.
They just don't want this played in the 50s. If Tennessee can keep you down there, they've got a good shot. Now, I think Kentucky can win this game.
First matchup, Kentucky went in there and beat them, right?
Yeah. But, yeah, that's the revenge factor is.
Well, I mean, you just said it. If Kentucky's shooting, hardly anybody can beat them.
Yep. Purdue is at Michigan, maybe one of the better matchups of the day. I don't have a great feel for this. Michigan's a 1.5-point home favorite. Purdue, number 7 in the country. Both these teams only 2 losses in conference. This is a damn good game. Michigan being a very short favorite at home feels about right to me. But it's the home team or pass, as it often is in the Big Ten. Iowa State is at Central Florida. Iowa State laying 8.5 on the road.
I like that.
Iowa State's very good. Like the analytics love Iowa State, but Iowa State's 8-4 in Big 12 play. They're vulnerable.
As we get closer and closer to games that matter, what's their coach's name? Hertzberger? Whatever his name is. He is so ridiculously intense that if his guys aren't on his wavelength, I think sometimes
Otzelberger, TJ.
He works his guys out of rhythm sometimes. He's so intense, so hardcore that I think sometimes his intensity is almost a detriment.
Well, I've seen them kind of be really good and seen them be very frustrating.
They seem to collapse sometimes under some pressure situations.
Arizona has really kind of figured things out this season. They started the season looking rough. They have now lost 1 game since December 15th. They are 13-1 in that run. Their 1 loss was at Texas Tech. They just smothered Texas Tech in the return game in Arizona. They went up to BYU, which I thought was going to be a tough spot for them, and smashed BYU. Now they go to Kansas State, one of the tougher road environments in the Big 12, and they have to lay a number here. So Arizona laying 3.5 on the road, 11-1 in conference. Do you trust Arizona to stay hot?
I like Arizona because I like Caleb Love. It looks like he's finally grown up.
It feels kind of that way.
Maturing into the player that when North Carolina got him as one of the top 3 in the country, he's that good and he's enough.
Marquette is a 17.5-point favorite against DePaul in Marquette. This is a Marquette team that is probably going to be pretty focused and locked in because things haven't been going well for them lately. They played UConn, St. John's, and Creighton 3 in a row. They lost all 3 of those games.
And no shame in any of those losses, but the sum total is concerning.
I expect at home against a team that you can whip up on that doesn't play much defense, I think Marquette might be in blowout city.
What's their guard?
Cam Jones.
He's gonna have to pick up something. The one thing about Marquette is just don't get behind them. And once you're down by about 8 to Marquette, it's tough. You're just never going to get enough possessions to get back.
Well, DePaul's going to be behind them.
Yeah, and if you can hang around with them, you can beat them. But don't get behind them in the second, third quarter, or they're just going to run away from you.
The Alabama Crimson Tide, number 2 team in the country, they head into Austin, Texas tonight, into the Moody Center to take on Bevo. Alabama, a 4.5-point favorite on the road.
Nobody cares about men's basketball in Austin. It's all ladies.
Yeah, Texas seems to be falling apart. I wouldn't be surprised if Alabama just runs away from them. Georgia is also headed to Texas. They're going to College Station, and the Georgia Bulldogs are catching 8.5 points in College Station. I'll say this. Georgia's not very good.
They're terrible.
But I don't love Texas A&M as a big favorite.
No,
8.5 points is hard for a team that just doesn't score.
What A&M did going into Missouri and doing what they did against a very Missouri is a good basketball team, bordering on very good. And to beat them there, they needed Georgia They needed this game. And it's not going to look pretty, but none of their games look pretty.
They never win by a lot of points.
But Georgia's a breath because that win in Missouri might have been one of Buzz's top 3 wins ever at College Station.
Yeah. So there you go. Indiana's at Michigan State, Colorado at Kansas, and UConn at Creighton. UConn never wins at Creighton.
UConn out of the top 25 for the first time in 3 years, 4 years.
Stink. All right, friends, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. Jason and Joe coming up at 2. This has been the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
Hi, welcome to Staples. Hi, I hear Staples can print it all for my business. Oh, if you can think it, Staples can print it, and will beat any print quote. Oh, great. I'm thinking new brochures and yard signs. No problem. I'm thinking calendars, t-shirts, and pens. Totally. I'm thinking Staples is the place for printing. I thought you might think that.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count. Because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team. Southern Recipe Small Batch.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online. I read that black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
GiveMeTheVin.com salutes an unforgettable voice. Multi-award-winning singer Whitney Houston, who emerged as a pop superstar in the 1980s and went on to become one of the best-selling artists of all time, died at the age of 48 on this day in 2012. Whitney Houston famously did her day-to-day traveling in a 1986 Rolls-Royce Silver Spur limousine. And if you're selling a high-end classic or collectible, let Give Me the Vin put you on the money. Just go to GMTVCC.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm, historic